Bases loaded, 2 outs early in the game. Ramon Hernandez pop-up falls in. No errors charged, and it goes as a 3-run double. And another ball that falls just in front of Crawford. Sonnenstein has had no luck this year. His defense at times has let him down, having to get extra outs in the inning, even when they haven't been errors. Sonnenstein really has pitched in tough luck this year. 1-6 and a 5.57 ERA. Joe Madden went to him just yesterday and said, Andy, your record could easily be flipped around. Your ERA could easily be a run and a half lower with any sort of luck. And Andy hasn't had any, so maybe it'll turn around. And Joe said he was really impressed. The 24-year-old understood it and is focused and ready to go tonight. We could be in for a nice outing tonight out of Sonnenstein. Certainly you would hope the Rays defense can show up behind him and give him some support. We're getting ready for baseball on this Monday. That means when we come back in high definition, Dwayne Stats and Joe McGrain will have all the action. Enjoy the game on FSN Florida.
I am your idea, and I'm huge. Tab me, bind me, stack me, send me round. I'm your big idea. You can't stop this. I'm your biggest idea. And Rico moves me, shows me, sends me. Leaves me behind, but never in a bind. It's the big time. I'm your big idea. And Rico's how we go and go and go.
At Quiznos, chefs create our recipes, like the Steakhouse Beef Dip Sub, marinated roast beef, French onion sauce, and pan-roasted au jus. At Wrong Way, you just get the dip. Steakhouse flavors without the steakhouse. Quiznos, toasty.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee. Ready in advance.
Step into the cage for Rays baseball on FSN Florida. Carl Crawford leads the Rays against Vernon Wells and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays Rays Wednesday at 3 on FSN Florida.
Rays baseball on FSN Florida is brought to you by Toyota. Come in now during the Big One sales event for details so big you'll get excited. By Aflac. Aflac, ask about it at work. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. Gatorade, it's in the MLB. Is it in you? Welcome to Tropicana Field, game 1 of this 3-game series. Rays against the Blue Jays, and for Southeast Toyota, the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. Reed Johnson leads it off in left. He'll be followed by the first baseman, Lyle Overbay, and then the power-hitting Alex Rios hits third. Troy Gloss at third, the cleanup man. In center field, Vernon Wells. The DH is Frank Thomas. Aaron Hill is at second. The catcher, Greg Zahn, bats eighth, and John McDonald, the shortstop, will hit ninth.
Andy Sonnenstein will be on the hill, of course, always a very quick worker. Last couple starts, the breaking ball and the cutter have been kind of coming up in the strike zone, so he needs to really work on getting that back down in the zone around the knees where it's most effective. And as Todd mentioned earlier, and he's also drawn some very tough matchups, he is pitching much better than that 1-6 record. Here's a look at the Rays defense, brought to you by Rico. Brendan Harris making his first start over at second base. Figures to be at second a lot the rest of the year, with Zobrist starting at short.
Well, here's Andy Sonnenstein set to go to work. Reed Johnson in the batter's box, and the first pitch of this game is a strike call. Lance Barksdale calling the balls and strikes. So we are underway right on time here tonight at Tropicana Field.
Reed Johnson really likes to lean out over the plate. Very adept at getting hit by pitches.
A wave and a miss. 0-2. Johnson just recently back active. He had surgery on his back. He had a disc problem. A couple of home runs. 9 runs batted in out of that leadoff spot. A popper short right center. and Harris is out from second base to make the catch. So Brendan Harris, making that start at second, takes care of the first hitter.
First baseman, number 17.
Tonight's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces, serving in 177 countries and aboard ships at sea. Watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. We welcome and salute the men and women of our armed forces watching tonight's contest. Lyle Overbay takes the pitch down. 1 ball, no strikes. Overbay, a .256 average. Sonnenstein in there with a strike. It's a 1-1 count. A little tapper foul. 1-2.
Sonnenstein has been working to try to perfect that cut fastball. It's been kind of elevating a little bit in the past few starts. Something he tries to throw at the hands of the left-handed hitters. Nice and flat, a way to accelerate that fastball in.
Ooh, very close right there. A little down perhaps, and the count is 2-2.
Looked like a pretty good pitch. Sonnenstein dropping down. Had the plate.
Man,
that's there.
There's another pitch. What's wrong with that one? Full count. Sonnenstein normally around that plate. Pause this time, and there's ball 4. So Sonnenstein gives up a walk to Overbay.
Oh, I thought he made a strikeout pitch to Overbay.
I thought he made 2 of them. Wow.
Quest Tech Ballpark, younger umpire behind the plate.
Now Alex Rios. Rios not only with 20 home runs, 7th in the American League, but he's hitting .304.
Yeah, but the Rays have done a pretty good job pitching in.
Sonnenstein misses upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
We were talking in the opening comments about Rios a few years ago, needing to get stronger. The Blue Jays were very patient for him. He's gotten a lot stronger from the elbows down and the wrists and forearms. And obviously the power numbers have gone up.
Well, the Rays are getting a little restless here. 2-0 the count. They thought that last pitch was a pretty good pitch. The foul ball back, that's going to be out of play.
Right now, Lance Barksdale is making Sonnenstein throw it through a keyhole.
2-1. Oh boy, this could make for a long evening in more ways than one.
Especially facing this Blue Jay lineup.
And the shot toward right center field. Young on the run. That's going to one hop to the wall. Overbay's on his way to third. The ball stays at the base of the fence. Now Rios heads for third as Overbay scores, and the Blue Jays break out in front 1-0. It'll go as a triple for Alex Rios, driving in his 62nd run.
Bit unlucky for the Rays with that ball just not caroming at all and just sticking at the base of the wall. Gave Rios more time to leg out that triple.
And here's Troy Glass. Glass at .268 for the year, and he lines this one over the head of Hockey at third and into left for a base hit, and that scores Rios. It's 2-0. Glass with that base hit, snapping an 0 for 13 streak.
Gloss with plenty of power, a lot of lift in that swing. Top spin line drive. Blistered right by Aki.
Now Vernon Wells is the hitter. That's a strike.
Two balls have been hit hard, and Sonnenstein hasn't even seen Frank Thomas hit yet in this inning.
He's on deck. Pitch is high to Wells.
Well, that's the pitch he really needs to work on, getting that slider down. And there's Big Frank.
Broken bat, roller to short. Zobrist to Harris, one, first base two. Rays look good in turning that 6-4-3 double play to retire the side. Blue Jays scored two. We go to the bottom of the first. The Rays are coming in to hit.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
That's just fantastic. Thank you so much for the great deal. I appreciate it. I really do. You know what this calls for?
What?
Victory lap!
How does that work?
Just like this, Hot Rod!
Deals so big, you'll get excited about them too. Now get $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months on a new 07 Tundra.
Oh, take me out to the Rays game. Take me out to the crowd. Give me some seats on the first baseline. Me and my friends will have a great time. 1, 2, 3. Strikes are out and a hook.
Get your hands on a Rays Summer Select 6-pack starting at just $42. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit devilrays.com today. Rays baseball, more than just a game.
Rays coming in to hit in the bottom of the first inning. Down by a couple, the Southeast Toyota starting lineup for the Rays. Aki Iwamura leads it off, followed by Harris and Upton, Pena, Youngs, and Gomes. Down the middle, Gomes as an outfielder hitting .346, just .162 as a DH. The DH tonight is Greg Norton. Navarro behind the plate. Ben Zobrist back from Durham at shortstop, adding ninth.
Come back to the scouting report after this pitch.
Dustin McGowan on the hill, and his first pitch is high, ball one.
Well, of course, McGowan has that hard, heavy sinker, power curveball over the top, and really rising to the challenge, getting this opportunity to start.
2-0. He pitched against the Rays back in May, had a no decision. They scored 4 earned runs against him on 7 hits and 5 2/3. That's a strike to Aki.
Playing with those mutton chops he has, it looks like he could be in a barbershop quartet or something.
Blazing a new trail. That's a strike, says Lance Barksdale. Rays thought that was a ball in the top of the first. 2-2 the count. Aki now hitting .290. Fouls that one out of play. Ball back to the hill. McGowan with a little flip to first, and Iwamura is out of there, pitcher first.
Here's a look at the Blue Jay defense, brought to you by Rico. Strong-armed Troy Gloss over at third base. One more day left before the trading deadline, and his name has generated a lot of interest.
Here's Brendan Harris. Brendan making the start at second base tonight. As you know, for most of the year, he's been at shortstop. This is his 89th start overall, and 86 of them have been at shortstop. 1-0 the count.
I tell you, McGowan is country strong. He is just muscling the ball up there. That last pitch at 96.
There's a strike, says Barksdale.
Well, you hope that Barksdale has loosened up that zone, and it's going to be for both ways. And there is the country of Georgia by way of Savannah.
Wave and a miss.
A lot of people think Georgia is a country unto itself anyway.
There is a lot of country in Georgia. A lot of beautiful country up there. Ground ball. This is Gloss from third making the pickup and the throw. And Harris is out number 2.
A good place to go on float trips.
Very scenic and hospitable. Here's B.J. Upton. B.J. gave the Rays a big lift with that 3-run homer in the 7th inning. 13th home run of the year. Came yesterday, and he fouls this one off. That's a strike. Little tap over the mound. Will be picked up by the second baseman Hill. Throw to first. Got him. That's a nice play by Aaron Hill to retire the Rays in the bottom of the first inning. We'll go into the second. 2-0 Toronto.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza. With the works. For Mikey, it's burgers. Give me a double. And Tom's our wingman. Hot and spicy. I love subs. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven. Hot and spicy wings. Custom-made Blimpie subs. And all-American burgers, fries, and franks.
Now get a big Blimpie breakfast bluffin' for only $1.99 in the food court at Hess Express.
So who's buying tomorrow?
Hey, you work for Alltel, right?
Yeah, Chad.
I've been making a lot of calls lately, and I want to change my plan, but my wireless company makes me extend my contract.
At Alltel, you can change your plan at any time without extending your contract. Thinking about leaving us?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if you ever want to see Fluffy again.
But that's not my dog.
Fluffy? Abort!
Hey!
Abort.
Take the challenge and join America's largest network. Switch today risk-free.
Now, see, when people think of Geico, right, they think of car insurance. And, of course, saving money. But sometimes that can lead even the savviest driver astray. Take, for example, the motorcycle owner. He calls Geico wanted to save money on his car insurance, only to realise that he doesn't actually own a car. Well, needless to say, he's quite embarrassed, doesn't he? Doesn't matter. Geico insures motorcycles and ATVs as well. That way, no one ends up looking foolish.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Woo! Man, is that beautiful. Ah, Ralph. No wonder you were grunting. That thing's as big as me.
The designated hitter, Frank Thomas, steps in to lead off the second. First pitch, the strike, catching the outside part of the plate. Frank Thomas, one home run behind Eddie Murray for 20th on the all-time home run list as he starts this series. Count is a ball and a strike.
Mike Thomas, originally out of Auburn University.
The popper, short right. Out from second is Harris, and Brendan makes the catch. One away here. Speaking of Harris, our checkers double of the game, the double play combination for the Rays. Tonight, Zobrist and Harris around second, earning that double play with Pena on the backside.
Good quick hands and a good exchange by Zobrist. There's Brendan, always with that strong throwing arm.
There's a strike to Aaron Hill. Well, the Rays feel that with Zobrist back from Durham and Harris out there at second base tonight, and with Wilson, Josh Wilson, they have three pretty good middle infielders. Here's Zobrist up with it. Throw to first. Safe, the call over there. So Gary Cederstrom on the call, and Aaron Hill has himself a base hit.
Well, Hill basically just outran the ball in the last 5 or 6 strides. Zobrist showing good range going up the middle, but just really couldn't get enough behind this throw. You see, he had a lot of had a lot of arc on it, a lot of hang on that throw. Couldn't really get behind it as much as he would like.
So Hill is aboard, and Greg Zahn, the veteran catcher, steps in. 1 on, 1 out. Pitch is a strike. Back to that middle infield point. The Rays feel they have 3 pretty good young middle infielders, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Josh Wilson pop in there at shortstop on occasion. I think they'd like to see him over there from time to time. It's a foul ball rolling up the right side. 2 strikes.
Josh. Ben Zobrist said he really got a lot out of working with the hitting coach down in Durham, Gary Gaetti, longtime big leaguer and a fine hitter himself. Really simplified his mindset. And when Ben was up here earlier in the season, it was really bogged down by a lot of hitting thoughts and mechanics.
Well, he's a pretty conscientious guy, and he can put a lot of pressure on himself. You have to think he probably did that when the season started. He struggled a bit. 1-2 and a chop. That's down to Pena. Out at second, throw back to first, and out there. So the Rays get the double play. Started by Carlos Pena. Zahn out on the backside. Here's another look. 2-0. Middle of the second.
Someone's about to lose their Selling Miller highlight privileges. Can I borrow that for a second? Hamburger, $11.50. Are you for real? Step aside, mon ami. Pardon moi. Excuse us. See, this beer is about helping people live the high life. It's a good, honest beer at a tasty price. Yeah, boys, let's move. Mess with the high life, and the high life will mess with you. $11.50 for a hamburger. Y'all must be crazy.
That's just fantastic. Thank you so much for the great deal. I appreciate it. I really do.
No
you know
problem.
what this calls for?
What?
Victory lap!
How does that work?
Just like this, Hot Rod!
Deals so big you'll get excited about them too. Now get $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months on a new 07 Tundra.
This cranberry iced tea is really good.
This cranberry iced tea is crantastic. You know who would love this?
Who?
My grandmother.
Here we go.
Or your Grant Emma.
Okay.
And they would have a great conversation about how wonderful the cranberry flavor is.
I'm sure they would.
Then they would have crantasies.
Yep. This isn't going to stop anytime soon.
Can't we just get along?
Cranberry tea. Sonic's got it, others don't. Freshly brewed tea made with real Minute Maid cranberry juice. Try one today or any of our other flavored teas because Sonic is your ultimate drink stop.
Time for the Just for Men hair color stay in the game play. Yesterday, it was Deoner Navarro who started that 5-run seventh for the Rays. Well, he had an 0-2 pitch into the seats, his third home run of the year. Rays went on to score 5 and take the lead over the Red Sox. Stay in the game with Just for Men hair color.
Might be the hardest ball he's hit all year. That was laced.
Here's Carlos Pena. Speaking of home runs, he is the third leading home run hitter in the American League at 25.
5 more home runs than Alex Rios.
Dustin McGowan delivers. The pitch is down. A ball and no strikes. The ground ball to second. Hill up with this one, and that a bit more routine than the play he made on the ball hit by B.J. Upton to end the first.
Well, McGowan's got some chops. Very retro.
There's Delvin Young. Pitch down around 94, 95.
I tell you, that is a hard, heavy sinker that could just wear out the thumb of that catcher.
It's a strike.
It's one of the reasons why Greg Zahn is giving such a low target. He wants to be able to work up. If he's working down with that, that could just rip that thumb.
Fly ball the other way into right field. Rios back for it, and he makes the catch near the warning track for the out. 2 gone. Fans, select the 6 games you want with the all-new Rays Summer Select 6-pack. Create your very own ticket package with your favorite Rays opponents and dates for as low as $42. To ensure the best seat locations, buy now at doublerays.com or call 888-FAN-RAYS. Johnny Gomes in left field tonight, batting 6th in the Rays lineup. The pitch is popped up foul off the right side and out of the reach of Overbay. Well, that was a healthy fastball in to start him.
Well, not only does he bring you velocity, but it has some good running action. They talk about the guy throws a heavy ball where it feels like you're making contact with a shot put or a bowling ball.
And a foul up the right side again. This one beyond the bullpen.
Johnny's going to have to turn up the dial a little bit, get that bat head going, get it out in front of the plate.
2 strikes the count now. One ball, 2 strikes. McGowan coming off a win his last time out. Gave up no runs in 7 1/3 innings at home against the Minnesota Twins. Ground ball to third. Loss with the pickup and a low throw, and Overbay digs it out. 1, 2, 3 go the Rays. We're at the end of 2 with the score 2-0 Toronto.
One morning you wake up and there it is, gray hair. And you wonder, will people see me for who I really am? How do you break out of that?
Just for Men stops gray from hiding who you are. Easy, with 5-minute Target Gray technology.
Today's a whole new ball game. And then you wonder, why did I ever put up with gray hair?
Let the real you come through. Stay in the game with Just for Men.
This week on the Best Damn Sports Show, period. Wednesday, from the out of control to the outlandish to the just plain outrageous. Leon left. No! We bring you Best Damn's Top 50 Outrageous Moments. Then Friday, it's all the best beatdowns and knockouts from some of the greatest fighters in mixed martial arts. I kick it down, Igor. It's Best Damn's Best of Pride. This week at 11.
Tonight on the FSN Final Score, presented by DirecTV. The Phillies are in Chicago, where Cole Hamels will try to slow down Alfonso Soriano and the Red Hot Cubs. Meanwhile, out west, Ichiro and the Mariners welcome the division-leading Angels into Safeco for the first of a 3-game set. And a look back at all the spectacular, action-packed moments from this past weekend. All that and more coming up tonight on the FSN Final Score.
Johnson under center, drops back, hands it off to Taylor, left side, inside the end zone, touchdown, 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 oh my!
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
Leading off this inning for Toronto. We go to the third, 2-0. The Blue Jays scored 2 in the first inning. John McDonald, their shortstop, will lead off the third, to be followed by Reed Johnson and Lyle Overbay. Sonnenstein's pitch is a strike on the outside part of the plate.
Well, Andy threw a lot of strikes in the second inning, and he's right back at it here in the third.
0-2. The fastball by McDonald and picks up his first strikeout of this game. Tonight's Sonic, good replay. The Rays have turned 2 double plays. This is number 2, started by Pena on the ground ball hit by Greg Sod.
Toughest double play to turn, that 3-6-1. Pitcher has to go over there and get set. Boy, Sonnenstein did more than that. He scooped at Zober's throw.
Breaking ball down and away to Reed Johnson. 1-0. Yeah, Sonnenstein flashing a little leather over there on the backside of the double play. Johnson pops it down the right side. Foul. Young on the run, but cannot get there. So the count is a ball and a strike to Johnson.
Down amongst the area, Bobby Ramos, and of course, Scott Kersey, the enforcer, the keeper of the bullpen. Doing a little light reading, perhaps a crossword, a Sudoku puzzle.
What he's doing is taking names right there.
He's checking it twice, too.
Johnson pops it foul. That one's headed for the seats third base side. The count is 1-2. Low. Johnson had surgery on the 17th of April to take care of that back problem. Ball swept wide and the count is full to him. Swing and a miss, 3-2 breaking ball. And Johnson is out on strikes.
Well, for Andy to be successful, he has to get that breaking ball over the plate. He garnered the reputation as a strike thrower, and there is that sweeper. Good look at his motion. He'll vary the looks, the arm angles. Spun that all the way across the plate.
2 gone, and here's Lyle Overbay. Overbay walked his first time. Sonnenstein thought he had him struck out. Well, there's a strike. Overbay tried to check his swing.
It was a called swing, but I think Barksdale was nodding that was still a strike. It was going to be a called strike.
Wave and a miss. Two strikes the count. That one a little bit low on outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Navi may have set up a little outside, caught it right in the middle of his body, made it look good.
It was foul the other way.
That's the changeup, and I think that's the one pitch that's that Andy is still working on. It. I think it's still based on the fact that he's around 88, 89. That changeup was at 84. I think that could stand to be a little slower. A little more separation of velocity.
And a fly ball the other way, back toward the corner. Gomes over there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the third with the score 2-0 Toronto.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
Ready in advance.
That's just fantastic. Thank you so much for the great deal. I appreciate it. I really do. You know what this calls for?
What?
Victory lap!
How does that work?
Just like this, Hot Rod!
Deals so big you'll get excited about them too. Now get $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months on a new 07 Tundra.
I am your idea. Color me. Get me noticed. Make me shout. And stand out. Give me Rico color that always works. I am your idea. Make me brighter. Make me shine. I am your idea. Get me in there. Make it happen. In flying colors. It's you and me, and here we go. With Rico.
Rays coming into bat in the bottom of the third. It's a 2-0 game. Toronto on top. Great Outdoors about to get even better thanks to the Chevy Florida Fishing Report's ultimate fishing adventure. You and a guest could win a day of fishing with one of the top guides from the show. Register to win at participating Chevy dealerships before September 3rd. Learn more during the Chevy Florida Fishing Report Thursdays at 7 on Sun Sports. Greg Norton, the DH tonight for the Rays. A ball and no strikes.
Well, you can understand why Zahn has been calling the game that he has been calling. That's a high velocity and explosive fastball that McGowan has. He's got an over-the-top hook, and quite frankly, he really hasn't needed anything but that one pitch to this point. I think he'll start to call the breaking ball just to make sure he maintains the feel of it, but he's going to be leaning heavily on that heater.
2 balls and a strike. Norton swings and shoots this one back into right field. That's going to be off the wall. Rios has a good arm, and he got a great carom. They're going to hold Norton to a single. Hard hit line drive off the right field wall for a base hit.
Mentioned before, trying to sneak a fastball by Greg Norton is like trying to sneak sunshine past a rooster. Good fastball hitter.
Here's Deontay Navarro. Not a lot of at-bats for the Rays lifetime against McGowan. DeHonor is 2 out of 3 against him. Carlos Pena 2 out of 3 against him, and both his hits home runs. Pitch inside, and Carl Crawford, who's out with that bad wrist. Joe Madden hopes and expects that he'll play tomorrow, but Crawford was 3 for 4 lifetime off McGowan with a home run.
Well, that's no surprise, as quick as Carl's hands are and as quick as his swing is.
Navarro fouls it out of play. A 2-strike count. There's Carl. He injured that wrist diving, trying to make a catch in the outfield.
Well, hopefully CC can get back in the lineup sooner rather than later.
To the count to DeHonor Navarro. Norton at first, nobody out. Ground ball second. Bill McDonald to Overbay. And it's the Blue Jays who turn a routine 4-6-3 double play this time. A look at Crawford trying to make that catch in left field Friday.
You see, it just kind of flipped his glove over and hyperextended that wrist, going back in the other direction, the wrong direction.
Here's Ben Zobrist. Takes one outside. Ben was hitting 159 when he was sent to Durham and got off to a little bit of a slow start there, but recovered. Was hitting over 270 for the Durham Bulls when he was recalled.
Well, you hope it continues the way it has been over the course of his career, because he's always hit.
Pitch is outside. 3-0 the count. He's always hit his share of extra base hits, a lot of doubles throughout his career. He hit 14 doubles in 60 games at Durham and 7 home runs, a couple triples in that mix as well. 3-1. And he pops it short center. That's going to fall in there for a base hit. Vernon Wells with the pickup. The Rays collect their second hit of the inning, although the singles sandwiched around a double play ball.
Nice little humpback liner. For every one of those that falls in for a hit, there's a line drive at someone. So you definitely take them.
Here's Hakanori Iwamura. Aki out pitcher first in the first. And the pitch is off the plate end. We're in the bottom of the third, 2-0 Toronto. Zobrist back in at first base. Center field. Wells on the run, still going. It's going to be over its head. That bounces up over the wall, and what a bad break for the Rays that turned out to be. You were hoping that it would take one hop and bounce off the top of the fence, but with it bouncing over the wall, that's a ground rule double, and Ben Zobrist, who would have scored easily, will have to go back to third.
Boy, what a tough break with that ball going back towards the triangle there.
Your second baseman.
Just over the top of the wall. Cost the Rays a run.
So the two-base hit. Aki continues to swing a hot bat, picking up his 14th double. see what Brendan Harris can do with 2 men in scoring position and 2 outs. Brendan went out third to first his first time. First pitch is a strike. The count. Into the dirt. Here comes Zobrist, and he's going to score. John did everything he could to try to block it, but he never could find the handle on it. And the Rays had their first run of the night.
Well, when you throw as hard as McGowan does and with that type of movement, and you're not expecting a fastball to be bounced. So it really catches a catcher off guard, even with a guy on third base. It was a two-seam fastball, just spiked right into the ground.
Well, the Rays get a run on the wild pitch.
Those are the toughest to block.
That's the 7th wild pitch thrown by McGowan this year in a little under 95 innings. This pitch is down. 2-1.
This kid has a very bright future, Dustin McGowan, when he nails down that command. You can already see the quality of stuff. It is good.
On away. Count is 3 balls and a strike.
He's one of those guys that is tough to catch because everything is sharp. You saw that slider there. He's on pretty good with the glove, but a little on the defensive here in these last few pitches. Good late moving fastball. And here comes one.
3-1 on its way. Harris fouls it. And runs the count full.
Brendan's been one of the most consistent hitters in the Rays lineup. Great job of sprinkling those hits around the field.
And a full count against McGowan. And a wave and a miss. The fastball strikes out Harris. Rays come up with a run, however. They leave a man. At the end of 3, it's 2-1 Toronto.
At Quiznos, chefs create our recipes, like the Steakhouse Beef Dip Sub, marinated roast beef, French onion sauce, and pan-roasted au jus. At Wrong Way, you just get the dip. Steakhouse flavors without the steakhouse. Quiznos, toasty.
Hey, you work for Alltel, right?
Yeah, Chad.
I've been making a lot of calls lately, and I want to change my plan, but my wireless company makes me extend my contract.
At Alltel, you can change your plan at any time without extending your contract.
Thinking about leaving us?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if you ever want to see Fluffy again.
But that's not my dog.
Fluffy? Abort! Hey!
It's me!
Take the challenge and join America's largest network. Switch today risk-free.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza. With the works. For Mikey, it's burgers.
Give me a double.
And Tom's our wingman.
Hot and spicy.
I love subs. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven, hot and spicy wings, custom-made Blimpie subs, and all-American burgers, fries, and franks.
Spice things up with our Godfather's Buffalo Chicken Pizza and Blimpie Buffalo Chicken Ciabatta in the Hess Express food court.
So who's buying tomorrow?
Circuit City's the best place for exclusive giveaways with the hottest new movies. This Tuesday, get a free set of 4 collectible cards. Available only at Circuit City when you pick up 300 for just $13.99. Starting Tuesday, only at Circuit City.
Johnson under center. Drops back, hands it off to Taylor. Left side, inside the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my.
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
It's now a 2-1 game. We head into the fourth inning. Andy Sonnenstein, the 24-year-old right-hander, doing the pitching for the Rays tonight. Alex Rios in the batter's box to lead off, and the pitch is in there. Breaking ball to start him. That's strike one. One and one. Rios in the top 10 in the American League in 10 different offensive categories. He has really made tremendous progress as a hitter. 1-2, so much so he's hitting third in John Gibbons' lineup here. Usually reserved for your best hitter.
Well, you could see, you know, the potential when he came up. He's one of those fast-bodied guys, played well in the outfield. He just needed to get stronger and needed to economize his swing a little bit.
He takes this one toward right center field. That's in there for a base hit. Upton cuts it off. Rios continues to run, and he's going to run that into a double. Alex Rios aggressively leading off the fourth inning with a two-base hit.
Third baseman number 25.
So Rios is 2 for 2. Time now for our Aflac trivia question. What Blue Jays player's father was a wide receiver in the Canadian Football League? A little trans sports question there from Mike Griffin. Troy Gloss takes the pitch upstairs. Navarro's headed to the mound. 1-0 the count.
Talking about how Rios had shortened up that swing. That's twice he has hammered the ball to right center field.
You know, Rios in his rookie year had 426 at bats and hit 1 home run. That was in 04. Here he is 07, among the league leaders in home runs now.
And from a boy to a man.
A ball, no strikes, the count to Gloss. The breaking ball for a strike.
Take a look at that swing from Alex Rios. Not much of a stride, a short stride for a big guy at 6'3". Beautiful job of staying inside the ball.
It's a 2-1 count.
You can see when a young player has the hand-eye, and then it's just about building on that technique and getting that sound stroke through soft toss, hitting off the tee, and lots of extra work. He's put in that work, and it's working out.
This one sweeps off the plate wide. It's 3-1 now. Rios tonight has a triple and a double. His first 2 times up. High fly ball into right. That will send Young back. Delman getting into a throwing position. Rios tags, and the throw will not be in time as Rios advances after the catch on the fly ball to right.
That's something Delman always does, is continue to work on his footwork, coming through the ball, getting behind that throw, then coming through it.
So Gloss is retired. Here's a look at Delman setting up that position.
Always working on it.
So a man at third, 1 out in a 1-run game. The Rays bring the infield in. Vernon Wells, the hitter, and he pops it up. Foul ball. That's going to carry out a play, however. Wells has been a very hot hitter, coming in 10 out of his last 31 with an 8-game hitting streak.
These infielders could feel a little uneasy coming in with Vernon Wells at the plate.
The 0-1. Liner into center field. Charged there by Upton. He'll make the catch. Tagged by Rios, and he's going to score. And again, it's a 2-run ball game now. 3-1. Wells with a sacrifice fly. That's his 55th run batted in.
Designated hitter, number 35, Frank Thomas.
Two outs with the bases empty. The hitter is Frank Thomas. Thomas popped to the second baseman Harris his first time up. That first pitch in there, strike one.
Mentioned that Frank Thomas went to school at Auburn University. Played football as a freshman and very early decided that he didn't like getting hit. He wanted to hit the baseball.
And a popper out to Zobrist from shortstop, making the catch. A run, one hit, nobody left. Bottom of the fourth coming, 3-1 Toronto.
There's never been a better time to buy a pre-owned car or truck from Bill Curry Ford, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer. Every vehicle has the Bill Curry low sell price right on the windshield. Over 300 vehicles to choose from, Ford Expeditions, pickup trucks, Ford Focus, and hundreds more to choose from the lowest price in Florida. Guaranteed. Bad credit? No problem. Want a lower payment? No problem. Want out of your old car? No problem. Bill Curry Ford, 1 mile north of Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer.
Because Geico sounds like gecko. That's it. That's the only reason I'm here. The fact is, if Geico sounded like some other animal, like, I don't know, a puma, sure enough, there'd be some adorable little cat sitting here talking about Geico's low rates.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You can't even imagine the pressure. I mean, I've literally got like 2 seconds to capture your attention while simultaneously informing you that you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. Quite frankly, I don't think it's even possible.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh, take me out to the Rays game. Take me out to the crowd. Give me some seats on the first baseline. Me and my friends will have a great time. 1, 2, 3. Strikes are out.
Select six-pack, starting at just $42. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit devilrays.com today. Rays baseball, more than just a game.
B.J. Upton will open the home half of the fourth inning. And for our Gatorade, heard around the corner, or cooler, whichever. American League batting average in July. B.J. Upton hitting .393, trailing only Mark Grudzielanek of Kansas City. And here's Upton, who's retired on a very good play for the second baseman Hill back in the first.
And B.J. Upton has turned the corner as a hitter.
The pitch is a strike. Well, he's done every bit of that, there's no question. Takes it low. 1-1. He turned the corner yesterday, turned this pitch around. He just run home run.
He just whips the barrel through the zone. The barrel is like the end of a bullwhip. Some guys whip it, some guys muscle through the baseball. BJ cracks the whip.
Ray's trying to get to this talented young right-hander. McGowan giving the Rays a run, 3 hits, picking up a strikeout here through the first 3 innings of this game. We're now in the bottom of the fourth. And a chopper again over the hill, picked up by the second baseman Hill, and the throw to first in time. So that's the first out here in the bottom half of inning 4, and it's time for the answer to our Aflac trivia question. The Blue Jays father was a wide receiver in the Canadian Football League.
Affleck!
Vernon Wells played for Calgary. Vernon Wells Sr. He's also quite an artist. In fact, he designed one year, he was commissioned to design the cover of the Rays press guide. 1-0 the count. Carlos Pena up there.
Wasn't it a Canadian Football League game where Pamela Anderson was discovered? I think they found her on the scoreboard, and one of the cameras spotted her at the game, and
her
the rest
image
is
was
history.
on the scoreboard.
Yeah,
I mean, it's possible that she could have been on the scoreboard as well.
Right.
The count. Pena takes it inside. 2-1 the count to Carlos. Three 4-0 for the Blue Jays, who run 3 hits, no errors for the Rays. Cut the miss. Going to square it. It's 2-2. Cut and a miss. So Pena out number 2 and strikeout number 2 of the game.
Well, Dustin McGowan looks good here in the early going with that power arm. There's that power slider.
Here's Delman Young. Strike. Two. Well, we've seen that good strong arm, occasional breaking ball, but that great sinker. He also has a pretty good changeup. He hasn't had much need to show the Rays that tonight.
I think by my count he's thrown 1.
Delman takes a look and checks. It's now 1-2.
Slider at 88, fastball as high as 96, and it's got some hard, heavy sink to it.
One is high, and he's another guy coming back from Tommy John surgery in March of 2004. So he lost the 04 season. Ground ball, deep short, backhanded by McDonald, and the throw to first in time, and the scoop by Overby helped out. What a play by McDonald to get Delman Young, and the Rays are out 1-2-3. We go to the 5th, 3-1 Toronto.
Hey, boss. Do we have Aflac?
Nah, we have something else.
But if you're hurt and miss work, does it pay cash like Aflac does?
Nah.
Or let you spend it any way you want, like for gas and groceries?
Nah.
Or help with everyday bills like Aflac does?
Nah.
There's only one Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Nice try, boss.
Nah.
This week on the best damn sports show, period. Wednesday, from the out of control to the outlandish to the just plain outrageous. Leon left! No! We bring you Best Damn's top 50 outrageous moments. Then Friday, it's all the best beatdowns and knockouts from some of the greatest fighters in mixed martial arts.
some blood.
I kick it down goes Igor. It's Best Dam's Best of Pride. This week at 11.
Start your Saturday mornings with the Toyota Tundra Outdoors on FSN Florida. At 8:30, Southwest Florida Outdoors features the how-to for fishing in Southwest Florida. At 9, Real Adventures takes an in-depth look at saltwater fishing. At 9:30, World of Adventure takes you in search of trophy hunting and fishing. And at 10, wrap up your morning with the excitement and challenges of the North American hunter. All this on the Toyota Tundra Outdoors, Saturday mornings on FSN Florida. Step into the cage for Rays baseball on FSN Florida. Carl Crawford leads the Rays against Vernon Wells and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays Rays Wednesday at 3 on FSN Florida.
We head into the 5th inning. It's a 3-1 game. Aaron Hill, Greg Zahn, and John McDonald to hit. Wave and a miss at that first pitch from Andy Sonnenstein. Andy made his major league debut against the Toronto Blue Jays. That was back in June. Pitched 7 innings in that game and gave up 6 runs, 8 hits. Faced Roy Halladay. 0-2 the count.
Well, to his credit, that's one thing he has been able to do is eat a lot of innings. Pitching into the 6th, pitching into the 7th. It's to the point now where it's not a statistical anomaly, where Joe Maddon can just count on him giving some innings.
Well, most of the starts this year he's pitched into the 7th. Only one time in 10 starts has he not pitched at least 6 innings. And he's been in the 7th more times than not.
He seems to be a bit unlucky on the day that he starts. It seems like the opposing pitcher has been having a great day. If he's not, matching up with some #1 guy, it's a guy who's really on his game.
And the pop fly, center field. B.J. Upton is there, and he makes the catch. One away here in the 5th inning, and hey, where's Todd Callis? Here he is right now. Todd.
Hey, Dwayne. Earlier, you guys were talking about Brendan Harris making the shift from shortstop to second base. And while Joe Maddon told him that would be the case for the rest of the year, Harris is not switching gloves. He says he's switched between second base and shortstop so often in his career that he's very comfortable with the same glove. Guys like Ty Wigington, who play a lot of positions, sometimes go to the shorter glove at second base. And one other thing, Joe Maddon went to Brendan before the game and said, hey, even though we're going to go with Ben Zobrist and also Josh Wilson at short the rest of the year, doesn't mean you can't be the starting shortstop on opening day next year. They just want to try out those two guys. Back to you.
Zahn with a base hit up the right field line. Young's over to make the pickup. Could not come up with it cleanly, however, and there's no play at second as Zahn goes in standing up.
Well, that's been kind of a personal thing among infielders about what size glove to use. I remember the Hall of Famer Joe Morgan used to use a glove which basically looked like a batting glove with webbing. It was form fitted around an already very small hand. Remember Robin Ventura won several gold gloves. He used to say he used to reaction position over at third base. He wanted to use the biggest glove he possibly could, short of an outfield glove, having to make those quick stabs and quick reactions. And it's really just a personal thing as to what size the infielder wants that glove.
Pitch to John McDonald is down. A ball, no strikes.
Remember, Ozzie Smith wouldn't play without any glove other than a trapeze glove, which didn't really have any webbing. It was that extra finger sewn in between the index and thumb.
There's a bunt by McDonald. Sonnenstein with the throw to first in time. Zahn goes over to third. So Zahn's at third with 2 outs.
Left fielder, number 3.
Second basemen typically use the smallest glove in the infield, and the notion is there when they're at the pivot is to have to make that quick exchange from glove to throwing hand, almost being able to bounce it from the glove into the throwing hand on turning double plays.
Bill Mazeroski played with a small glove. One of the quickest at turning a double play. 1-0 the count to Reed Johnson.
So really the rule is small hands, small gloves.
There's a certain logic to that, I would guess. Wave and a miss. 1-1.
Yeah, most players are just shocked to see Joe Morgan's glove in its tininess.
It was extraordinarily small. It's foul right back into the screen, and the count is 1-2, and that helps on the double play.
In fact, he was one of the first second basemen to just flip with the glove a lot to his teammate Dave Concepcion with the Reds.
Two outs, a man at third. The 1-2 count on Reed Johnson. 2-2, the count squares. Sonnenstein working here in the 5th inning. Pitch count has been very good, just 66 pitches right now. Ground ball, shortstop, Zobrist makes the accurate throw, and that retires the side. We go to the bottom half of inning 5. 3-1, Toronto.
Hey, Mr. Opportunity again, and you're looking at 4 beautiful reasons to go see your Honda dealer. And if you're seeing me, there are deals to be made. So whether it's the rugged Ridgeline, the versatile Element, or the 8-passenger Pilot, the timing is perfect.
Hey, Mr. O, you want some coffee?
No thanks, goes right through me. The 2007 Honda Clearance. Now you can lease a Honda Odyssey for $279 a month for well-qualified customers. I'm Mr. Opportunity, I'm back, and I'm knocking.
Tonight on the FSN Final Score, presented by DirecTV. The Phillies are in Chicago, where Cole Hamels will try to slow down Alfonso Soriano and the Red Hot Cubs. Meanwhile, out west, Ichiro and the Mariners welcome the division-leading Angels into Safeco for the first of a 3-game set. And a look back at all the spectacular, action-packed moments from this past weekend. All that and more coming up tonight on the FSN Final Score.
Moving is so much of who we are. It's easy to take it for granted. Multiple sclerosis stops people from moving. We exist to make sure it doesn't. Join the movement, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, at nationalmssociety.org.
Rays baseball on FSN Florida is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. And by Advance Auto Parts. We're ready in advance. Advance Auto Parts. Blue Jays scored 2 runs in the first. The Rays a run in the third. Toronto another run in the 4th inning. For Cowbell.
Yeah.
Let's go D-Rays. Bottom of the 5th, and Johnny Gomes will lead it off.
Johnny has quickened up his bat after that last at-bat against McGowan.
Wave and a miss, strike 1.
Tried to quicken it up, and McGowan mixed in the slider. Tough combo.
On the count.
Go get him, Johnny!
Gomes waiting for McGowan, and the pitch is low and away. 2-1.
This would be My choice, Dwayne, is one of the pitchers to really watch next year. If he can continue to develop and put it together.
There's a high fly ball back into deep left, and he got around on the fastball that time and hit it out. Wow, did he hit it out. Johnny Gomes has just unloaded, hitting his 11th home run of the year. What a blast. It's a 3-2 ball game.
And what a great at-bat to at-bat adjustment. Fastball was on top of him last time up, so he decided to speed that bat up on the inside corner. Very short route to the ball, and use that great upper body strength to muscle it way deep.
Greg Norton. Pitch to him is a strike. So just like that, it's a one-run ball game. Gomes really gave that baby a ride.
That was loud.
So Gomes connects. It's now 3-2. A foul tip strikeout into the mid of zone. So Norton is out on strikes. My Circle exclusively from Alltel with unlimited free calls to and from Circle numbers. You choose who you want in your Circle. Any number on any network. Visit alltel.circle.com for details. How about that shot?
I think that was up there by the beach.
Navarro takes it down. 1 ball, no strikes. The tap foul, 1-1. And McGowan, just 25 years old. You mentioned last inning coming back in from 04, Tommy John surgery, 1 of 2, and he also found out a little later that he was a type 1 diabetic. So that's time to time an issue. Gomes all smiles alongside Josh Paul. Paul looking rather reserved there, and Gomes very jubilant. The reserve of a veteran, right. Josh Paul. Ground ball right side. Hill gloves it. McGowan's off the mound to cover, and Navarro is out 4-1. Boy, Hill's made some nice plays from second base tonight for the Blue Jays.
Gritty little player. Made a nice play charging in earlier in the game, and this time charging out towards the outfield. Turns and throws right on the bag.
Here's Vin Zobrist. Want to know the count. A 2-0 count. 3-5-0 now for the Blue Jays. The Rays have 2 runs and 4 hits. Zobrist pops it up. McDonald, the shortstop, is there, and he makes the catch. So the Rays get a run on the long home run off the bat of Johnny Gomes. We are through 5. It's a 3-2 ball game. Toronto.
Circuit City's the best place for exclusive giveaways with the hottest new movies. This Tuesday, get a free set of 4 collectible cards. Available only at Circuit City when you pick up 300 for just $13.99. Starting Tuesday, only at Circuit City.
Hey,
Hey, you work for Alltel, right?
Yeah, Chad.
I've been making a lot of calls lately, and I want to change my plan, but my wireless company makes me extend my contract.
At Alltel, you can change your plan at any time without extending your contract.
Thinking about leaving us?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if you ever want to see Fluffy again.
But that's not my dog.
Fluffy? Abort! Hey!
Take the challenge and join America's largest network. Switch today risk-free.
I am your idea. Color me. Get me noticed. Make me shout. And stand out. Give me Rico color that always works. I am your idea. Make me brighter. Make me shine. I am your idea. Get me in there. Make it happen. In flying colors. It's you and me, and here we go. With Rico.
Johnson under center. Drops back, hands it off to Taylor. Left side, inside the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my.
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
Grouper. Woo! Man, is that beautiful. Ah, Ralph. No wonder you were grunting. That thing's as big as me.
Tonight's game available in high definition for a list of cable and satellite providers offering FSN Florida HD. Along with channel numbers, log on to fsnflorida.com. First pitch from Andy Sonnenstein here in the 6th inning, a little low to Lyle Overbay. Pitch dropping down and away from him. Inside and all the way to the backstop. 2-0.
Sonnenstein's fastball has natural cutting action on it. Just kind of throws the outer third of the ball. Just kind of slicing down the outer third of the ball to put that cut spin.
Foul the other way. It's 2-1.
Hockey is giving Overbay a lot of room off the bag at third.
Two-one delivery. Foul the other way again. Out of play. 2-2. Full count. Ball is high and he walks him. Overbay draws a walk to open the 6th. 2 walks given up by Sonnenstein and both to Overbay. Senior fans, a special ticket offered just for you, courtesy of St. Anthony's Healthcare, for the upcoming afternoon game of this series Wednesday. You can pick up an outfield ticket, Pepsi hot dog and snack for just $15. Call 888-FAN-RAISE. Night game tomorrow, day game on Wednesday. Wave and a miss. Alex Rios, strike one. Rios drove in a run. His first time up there. 62nd run batted into the year. Fly ball. Gomes is under it and left, and he makes the catch. A little dance step out there by Johnny Gomes as he caught that fly ball.
Always adding to the entertainment value.
Third baseman number 25, Troy Ross.
Little added flair. Now Troy Gloss He drove in a run in the first, a 2-run first. 3-2 ball game right now. Wave and a miss at the fastball. Ross snapped an 0 for 13 with that RBI single in the first. Rays 4-5 against the Blue Jays this year. 1-2 here at Tropicana Field.
Blue Jays come into the game 52-52.
Ross fouls it. It's 1-2. Andy Saudenstein, a young right-hander out of Kent State University, a golden flash. Once a golden flash, always a golden flash.
Can you explain that further?
They are the Kent State Golden Flashes.
Singular or plural?
This one is high, 2-2. Collectively, they would be the Flashes.
Not too many nicknames with that are in the singular. Got an S on the end like the Stanford Cardinal.
A 2-2 count. And a check swing. That's up the first base side, fair. Navarro goes down to first, and Gloss is out of there. Overbay advances to second.
Oh, that's a bonus to be able to get a big power threat like Gloss out of the way like that.
Center fielder, number 10.
One more out to finish off this inning for Sonnenstein. It's been a good pitch for him tonight. That sweeping slider to the right-handed hitters. Ball was right on the line when Navarro fielded it.
Gloss digging down that line. As you know, he's had foot and heel problems. Spent some time on the disabled list in April with a bad left heel.
So those quick stops and starts he tries to avoid, which is why he carried well down the right field line running through the back.
Strike one to Vernon Wells. He has a run batted in. Fly ball to center in the fourth, and right now that's the difference in this game. One strike to count. Breaking ball, and it's popped up. Zobrist making the call from short. No runs, a walk, one man left. Bottom of the sixth coming, 3-2 Toronto.
This is Sparta!
By 300 on DVD.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza. With the works. For Mikey, it's burgers.
Give me a double.
And Tom's our wingman.
Hot and spicy.
I love Frank's. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven. Hot and spicy wings. And all American burgers and Frank's.
Now get 2 hamburgers or cheeseburgers for only $3 in the food court at Hess Express.
Nothing beats a burger for breakfast.
Someone's about to lose their Selling Miller highlight privileges. Can I borrow that for a second? Hamburger, $11.50. Are you for real? Step aside, mon ami. Pardon moi. Excuse us. See, this beer is about helping people live the high life. It's a good, honest beer at a tasty price. Mess with the high life, and the high life will mess with you. $11.50 for a hamburger. Y'all must be crazy.
At Quiznos, chefs create our recipes, like the Steakhouse Beef Dip Sub, marinated roast beef, French onion sauce, and pan-roasted au jus. At Wrong Way, you just get the dip. Steakhouse flavors without the steakhouse. Quiznos, toasty.
The FSN final score tonight.
Bottom half of the sixth inning, Rays trailing 3-2. A special group here on hand from Japan. They're the Kinjo Gaikuin School from Japan. They are going to Eckerd College for 2 weeks, guys. Eckerd College has done this since 1970, where they take the girls over for 2 weeks. They immerse them in cultural study and the English language. You can see they have the Akinori Iwamura Thunder Sticks. And they love Aki up here, obviously. Their fellow countrymen leading off the bottom half of the sixth inning. Can we get the chant going again? Aki. All right, guys.
All right, well, let's see if they can help Aki get aboard here in the sixth inning. 2-0 the count. Takes this one down. 3 balls, no strikes. Iwamura doubled in the third. And there's the strike. 3-1. Rays facing Dustin McGowan. And there's ball 4.
It's a good start.
So Aki draws the walk. He's aboard. The first walk given up by McGowan tonight.
This fan club has to love that.
Your second baseman, number 16, Brendan Harris.
Here's Brendan Harris. Brendan playing second base tonight. 0 for 2. Struck out his last time. Grounded out to third the first time around. Hitting .302 for the year. So Brendan at second.
A little bit of an acclimation process for Brendan. All those games at short.
Pitch is high.
He's getting comfortable having having his back to the runner.
Well, he's played all over the place throughout his career. And second, short, and third. And some people really believe that shortstop would be his third best position. And he's done a great job for the Rays there this year. And I think the consensus is that second base is his best position.
Well, he's been a great find and a great teammate.
There goes Aki. The pitch bounced towards short. McDonald waits for it, and the throw to first. So the Rays start the runner, and Iwamura winds up in scoring position as Harris bounces out short to first. 1 on, 1 out for B.J. Upton as we look at the Hess League leaderboard. Well, the Blue Jays, since the 21st of July, with that microscopic team ERA of 154, overall they're third in the American League in team earned run average at 417.
Brad Arnsberg, their pitching coach, has really done a nice job.
Now B.J. Upton takes the pitch outside. It's 1-0.
That's with A.J. Burnett on the disabled list.
They lost their closer early. B.J. Ryan.
Brandon League is back active. Roy Halladay missing some time with an appendicitis.
1-0 to B.J. He lays off that pitch down and away. 2-0 the count. Both these pitchers have been very good in terms of pitch count. We have Sonnenstein with 82 after 6. And here in the 6th, McGowan at 78.
Well, neither of them are shying away from contact. They're throwing their pitches over the plate.
And a pop fly, short right center. Wells is there to make the catch. That'll be the second out here in the 6th. And it'll be up to Carlos Pena if the Rays are to get this potential tying run across the plate. Son out to talk with McGowan. He's retired Pena twice tonight on a ground ball and a strikeout. Pena holds his 25th home run of the season yesterday. The 3rd home run for the Rays in the 7th inning when they scored 5 times. Upton and Pena hit back-to-back home runs. So here's Pena stepping in against McGowan. He waves and misses.
McGowan seemingly has thrown a lot of his good pitches to Carlos Pena tonight.
Rays scored in the 5th inning on the Gomes home run. That made it 3-2, and now the Rays with Aki on second and 2 outs in the 6th. Upstairs, a fastball. Still plenty good. That fastball here in the 6th inning, registering at 94.
I think what makes it even better is not so much the velocity, but the late tailing, sinking action on it.
1-1 the count. He did not go. 2-1. Rays have been out hit by 1. They trail by a run. Pitch, that's a strike. And Pena at least wanted Barksdale to wait on a check swing to see what Tim Wilkie had to say down there. You don't see Pena barking all that often.
Especially since he already got help from Tim Wilkie earlier. That's such a borderline call. You would think that Barksdale would get help on that one as well.
Count 2-2 to Carlos. And the Rays have come out on the short end of a couple calls in that Boston series, so they may be a little sensitive to that here. Upstairs, full count. 3-2 now. Imamura on second, 2 gone. Full count to Pena. Carlos does have 2 career home runs off McGowan. And the 3-2 pitch is on its way. And a foul ball. They got a piece of it to stay alive.
Well, sometimes that helps. Carlos Pena let off a little steam there. Get yourself a little extra motivated. It looks like he has taken it up a step.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Now the delivery. And it's too low for ball 4. So Pena draws the walk. 2 walks in this inning. 2 men on with 2 men out for Delman Young. And another visit to the mound by Zahn.
Your right fielder, number 26, Delman Young.
Delman 0 for 2 tonight. He came into the game the 6th leading hitter in the league with men in scoring position at 364.
Well, he's got so many hits this year. Got an 0 for going right now. He's due for a hit.
Big spot here in the 6th in this 1-run ball game. The pitch, and that's too low. Fastball, and he took it downstairs, 1-0. Again, 2-0. Toronto has led throughout the evening, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1. Now 3-2, and the Rays threaten with 2 outs. Neil Moore at second, Pena at first. A 2-0 count to Delman Young. There's ball 3. And McGowan way behind Delman.
And you go ahead and let Delman hit here. There's not much. That's not to his liking anyway.
Three balls, no strikes. Gomes would be next if Delman keeps it going. And there's ball 4. So the bases are loaded. Imamura goes to third. Pena up to second, and Delman Young goes to first with the base on balls. Arnsberg, the pitching coach, heads to the mound with Johnny Gomes due up. And Scott Downs, the left-hander, has just started to throw in the bullpen. So the Rays, with a big opportunity, comes with 2 gone. Gomes unloaded in the 5th inning, hit a 2-1 pitch deep to left off the facing of the upper deck and left field.
Well, that was amazing how quick his hands were and how short his stroke was.
Well, a long visit by Arnsberg gave McGowan a chance to catch his breath. He's made a few more pitches here in this inning than he has in any other inning. Up to 90 in the game.
They're
loaded for Gomes.
I think his first pitch is going to be a slider.
And the pitch is in there for a strike. Well, he came right back with that fastball.
And that was in the similar location of the pitch that Johnny Gomes hit out last time up. I think Johnny was thinking slider as well.
And that fastball had plenty on it. Of course, so did the one he hit out in the 5th. 1 strike to count. It's wide.
He's kind of pushing the ball a little bit right now. Kind of steering it.
So 1-1 count. Outside and blocked by Zahn.
It's a real nice job with the man on third.
And McGowan has missed on the last 2 pitches and by a wide margin here.
Watch it bounce it and go back in the other direction based on that that spin that slider has on it.
Well, he started Gomes with a fastball, got the strike. He's missed with 2 sliders. Now the 2-1. And Gomes takes a big cut and fouls it back. 2-2.
Challenged him with the heater. Just missed it. Right in his wheelhouse.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. And the 2-2. Strike 3 call. A fastball. Caught him looking. And that retires the side. Rays leave him loaded. We go to the 7th. It's still 3-2 Toronto.
Hey, boss. Do we have Aflac?
Nah, we have something else.
But if you're hurt and miss work, does it pay cash like Aflac does?
Nah.
Or let you spend it any way you want, like for gas and groceries?
Nah.
Or help with everyday bills like Aflac does?
Nah.
There's only one Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Nice try, boss.
Nah.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
Ready in advance.
One morning you wake up and there it is, gray hair. And you wonder, will people see me for who I really am? How do you break out of that?
Just for Men stops gray from hiding who you are. Easy, with 5-minute Target Gray technology.
Today's a whole new ball game. And then you wonder, why did I ever put up with gray hair?
Let the real you come through. Stay in the game with Just for Men.
Johnson under center. Drops back, hands it off to Taylor. Left side, inside the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my.
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
3-2 the score. We go to the 7th inning. Frank Thomas will open the inning for the Blue Jays. Andy Sonnenstein throws him a breaking ball, and he takes it for a strike.
No surprise, Andy working into the 7th.
And the pitch, foul back. 0-2. Sonnenstein has struck out a couple and walked 2. Dan Wheeler begins to loosen in the Rays bullpen up the right field line. And a little popper on the infield. Harris at second after it, makes the catch. And so that'll be out number 1. Well, let's go to Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, I think it's safe to say we have found the tallest person to ever attend a Devil Rays baseball game. There he is. He is 7'7", 360 pounds. He's a basketball player at UNC Asheville. Kenny George is in attendance today. And he is just, those 2 rows barely contain him. He's sitting next to Tony Greer, the former basketball player at University of South Florida. But Kenny George, 7'7", 360 pounds, out of UNC Asheville, watching a little baseball today and taking up a couple of rows, guys.
The San Francisco Giants saw him coming into the ballpark and immediately asked him if he could play shortstop.
Yeah, I would guess he, with that wingspan, would have great range to his left and to his right. And, of course, straight up. Just poured into about 3 rows of seats.
A 2-strike count to Hill. And a swing and a miss. He's out on strikes. And Sonnenstein gets the first 2 men here in the 7th.
This has been a good pitch for Sonnenstein tonight. This little sweeper all the way across the plate.
Pitch is down. 1-0. Pitch is low. 2-0.
Just 90 pitches right now for Andy Sonnenstein.
Yep. 2 outs into the 7th.
That's the one thing I think Joe Madden can be pretty confident that he's going to be able to get out of Sonnenstein, and that's innings, and that is so important for a starting pitcher. It's also a nice compliment by the manager when a starter throws a lot of innings, because he believes that you're throwing well and you deserve to stay in the game. And of course he's doing that again tonight.
And it's a little bit high. 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4 is too low. So he walks Zahn. 3rd walk of the night issued by Sonnenstein.
Shortstop.
It's going to bring up John McDonald. And a question asked the Rays at FSNFlorida.com. Why is the 100 pitch count now a Bible at 100 pitches? How does anyone get stretched out?
Well, you know, that's kind of been the barometer, and I don't think that's necessarily good. Of course, a lot of this, there's a lot of studies that have gone into, you know, when do you start becoming or starting a tearing down process, and a lot of the numbers and data people have said it's around 100 pitches. But I think you really have to take each individual differently. Scott Kazmir came out of the game last night with, I think, 97, maybe 94 pitches, and he was throwing as well and as hard as he was at any point in the game. And, you know, a lot of it has to do with delivery. Does he have an easy delivery? Sonnenstein has an easy delivery, and, you know, he'll just continue to throw breaking ball after breaking ball for strikes. James Shields has a very good delivery. I don't think you have to just put a hard and fast rule at 100 pitches. And I think that's just a number that a lot of organizations have arrived on.
Well, the visit from Jim Hickey with a runner at first, 2 gone. John McDonald is the hitter. And a breaking ball to him is a little bit low.
I remember throwing complete games with 125, 128, you know, around there.
Base hit into right field by McDonald. Zahn will turn second and hang on there. The ball thrown wide of the bag, backed up by Iwamura, and the runners hang on at first and second. So McDonald singles. 2 men on with Reed Johnson due up. And Joe Madden comes out of the dugout. And so that's going to be it for Andy Sonnenstein. He got the first 2 outs, gave up the walk, and then a little single into right. So with 2 men on, 2 men out, the Rays will go to the bullpen.
Hey, boss, do we have Aflac?
Nah, we have something else.
But if you're hurt and miss work, does it pay cash like Aflac does?
Nah.
Or let you spend it any way you want, like for gas and groceries?
Nah.
Or help with everyday bills like Aflac does?
Nah.
There's only one Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Nice try, boss.
Nah.
That's just fantastic. Thank you so much for the great deal. I appreciate it. I really do. You know what this calls for?
What?
Victory lap!
How does that work?
Just like this, Hot Rod! Woo!
deals so big you'll get excited about them too. Now get $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months on a new 07 Tundra.
I don't know if I can handle this spicy Southwest breakfast burrito.
Too spicy?
Well, it's the crispy jalapeno strips and the chipotle sauce.
If you're feeling like you can't go on, let me pass on a little wisdom my grandfather gave me.
Oh, sure.
Carpe burrito.
Seize the burrito?
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Seize the burrito?
It means seize the burrito.
What a doofus.
Spicy at 6 a.m. Get up and at 'em this morning with Sonic's Spicy Southwest Breakfast Burrito. Grab one anytime because Sonic offers a full menu all day.
3-2 the score. We're in the top of the 7th inning with a couple outs. Fans, bring your back-to-school supplies to the Rays game August 3rd and 4th to help benefit the Safe Children Coalition. Wish list includes backpacks, folders, pencils, paper, and more. Log on to doublerace.com and click on Community for more info. Well, Dan Wheeler is the new pitcher. Just joined the club today after the trade with Houston. And he'll face Reed Johnson. 2 men on, 2 men out. Wheeler hasn't pitched in 5 days. And the first pitch is a strike to Johnson.
That's good for your confidence, having not been active in a while, to come right back out there and throw a slider right on the outside corner.
With 2 outs on walk, McDonald singled into right. That pitch didn't miss by much. And it's 1-1.
Johnson close to the plate. Obviously, you don't want to leave a pitch out over the plate if you're going to go inside, miss to the extreme, but he even shortens it towards the plate.
Now the 1-1. And a ground ball headed toward the hole and into left. Gomes will charge. Zahn's going to try to score, and the throw to the plate hits him. Backed up by Wheeler. The run scores. Zahn crosses the plate. McDonald goes to third. Johnson into second on the throw through. And the
First baseman,
Blue Jays now lead 4-2.
Just a seeing eye hit in between the hole. I think the only play there was at the plate. Didn't look like Zobrist was going to be able to get to third in time. And of course the throw over Aki's head.
So here's Lyle Overbay now with 2 men in scoring position. And the pitch is down. 1-0. So the run charged to Sonnenstein. And it's a 2-run ball game. Pitch. That's a fastball a little outside. 2-0. All game here in the 7th. McDonald third, Johnson second. And ball 3 is low.
It's the toughest thing for a reliever is not having, the ball in your hand on the hill. They rely on getting work. Wheeler has not pitched in 5 days.
Made 8 pitches Wednesday. There's a strike. That's 3-1.
So sometimes when you haven't had that activity, it takes a while to get the touchy-feely back.
And the 3-1 to Overbay. And that's low for ball 4, and the bases are going to be loaded. So So a base hit and a walk. The bases are loaded for Alex Rios. Rios has tripled and doubled. Hit a fly ball to left in the 6th. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. So first pitch strike to the Toronto right fielder.
Well, because it is later in the game, this is a key hitter for the Rays. Although right now it is the Blue Jays' best hitter. The fastball, nothing in 2. Rios came into this game hitting .304 with 20 home runs on the year. And a high foul up the right side. That's going to be out of play. Those last 3 pitches much better. Wheeler's starting to get acclimated. Not only were they well thrown, but in good spots.
Again on 0-2. Pitch to Rios. Down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Started on the 2-out walk to Zahn. McDonald's single.
Yeah, that's the frustrating thing. All of this with 2 outs. Those first 2 outs were quick outs.
And the 1-2 again. That's low as Rios lays off. So now we go to 2-2 and a very big pitch right here.
To get Rios to offer at that, he's got to bring that little more. Started with a little bit more plate. Starting away and continuing to go away. Doesn't look like a strike to Rios.
Here we go, 2-2. And a fly ball into left field. Gomes is there on the track, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Blue Jays score 1. They leave him loaded. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 4-2 Toronto.
There's never been a better time to buy a pre-owned car or truck from Bill Curry Ford, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer. Every vehicle has the Bill Curry low sell price right on the windshield. Over 300 vehicles to choose from, Ford Expeditions, pickup trucks, Ford Focus, and hundreds more to choose from the lowest price in Florida. Guaranteed. Bad credit? No problem. Want a lower payment? No problem. Want out of your old car? No problem. Bill Curry Ford, 1 mile north of Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer.
Tonight on the FSN Final Score, presented by DirecTV. The Phillies are in Chicago, where Cole Hamels will try to slow down Alfonso Soriano and the Red Hot Cubs. Meanwhile, out west, Ichiro and the Mariners welcome the division-leading Angels into Safeco for the first of a 3-game set. And a look back at all the spectacular, action-packed moments from this past weekend. All that and more coming up tonight on the FSN Final Score.
This week on the best damn sports show, period. Wednesday, from the out of control to the outlandish to the just plain outrageous. Leon left. No! We bring you Best Damn's top 50 outrageous moments. Then Friday, it's all the best beatdowns and knockouts from some of the greatest fighters in mixed martial arts.
some blood.
Oh, I kick it down goes Igor. It's Best Dam's Best of Pride. This week at 11.
Rays baseball on FSN Florida. Brought to you by Rico. Move your ideas forward with Rico dependability. And by Checkers Double Drive-Thru, official burger of the Rays. Bottom of the seventh, the Rays are down by 2. Greg Norton will hit against the new pitcher as the Blue Jays bring on a left-hander. Scott Downs makes his 54th appearance. He is on with a record of 1-1.
Downs with a big looping breaking ball. There it is.
And it's a strike call to Norton, batting right-handed now against the southpaw.
Your attention, please.
Low.
Now pitching for Toronto. Number 37,
1-1.
Scott Downs.
Navarro will be next, and then Zobrist. Two balls and a strike. Rays scored a run in the third, a run in the fifth. They left the bases loaded in the sixth. And there's ball 3 inside. 3-1. Casey Jansen throwing in the bullpen. Ground ball headed toward the hole. McDonald up and out with that throw, and it's scooped by Overbay. Well, Overbay's a vacuum cleaner over there at first base.
Well, McDonald has also made some really nice plays over at short. McDonald's done his job, and on numerous occasions tonight, so has Overbay. These are not easy short hop scoops, especially going towards the baseline with the oncoming runner.
Now it's Deoner Navarro. Navarro 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play in the third. Pops it back foul the other way. Strike 1.
It's been a while since he's had some right-handed at-bats.
Strike. In fact, Navarro hitting 152 right-handed. One of his 3 home runs came from the right side. The 0-2, and he's out on strikes. So Navarro strikes out. 2 gone. FSN Florida and the Rays team up to help the less fortunate by hitting home runs at Tropicana Field in the 6th annual FSN Florida Home Run Challenge hitting competition benefiting the Rays Baseball Foundation to be held Thursday, August 16th. For information and details, visit fsnflorida.com. Vince Zobrist. Wave and a miss. So the Rays sending 3 switch hitters to the plate here in the 7th inning in Norton, Navarro, and Zobrist. Norton is grounded out. Navarro struck out. And here's Zobrist. It's low. It's 1-1.
Downs has done a good job to this point keeping the ball down. Both his breaking ball and that little sinking fastball.
Dropping in around the knees. 1-2.
Well, that pitch looks low, but it's got so much break on it. It is crossing over the plate above the knees.
Tap foul. Keeps the count right at 1-2.
And then it gets you swinging at those pitches a little below that.
Downs leads this pitching staff in appearances. This is 54th. And boy, that pitch was close. 2-2. And coming into this game, Downs had allowed just one earned run in his last 19 innings.
It goes to show you when you get a lot of work, that control improves.
That foul on a breaking ball. John Gibbons went 6 innings with McGowan. He made 95 pitches, gave up a couple runs on 4 hits, struck out 4, and walked 3. Now the 2-2, and a foul ball is over. It's just enough to stay alive.
Everything this left-hander has thrown has been right at the knees. Tough to get underneath.
The 2-2 swing and a high fly ball back into left field. That will send Johnson back to the edge of the turf, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Rays are up and down 1-2-3. We go to the 8th through 7, 4-2 Toronto.
I really like this cookie dough blast. I feel like having the bits of cookie dough in it are kind of like speed bumps. You know, you can't eat too fast because the cookie dough bits just kind of slow you down a little bit.
Done. That's how I roll. Fast and out of control. Nobody's gonna salute me. This.
You all right there?
Yeah.
Ooh, owie, owie. Cookie Dough Blast, now at Sonic. This summer, give in to indulgence with the Sonic Cookie Dough Blast, a creamy frozen treat loaded with cookie dough goodness. And now Sonic is open till midnight or later, and it's even sweeter after dark.
We want out. Out? Just take us out of your circle. Well, my circle lets me change my numbers online anytime I want, but I don't want to take you guys out.
I'm about to have a complete meltdown.
Take the challenge and enjoy free calling with My Circle. Switch today and get this new ultra thin wafer, only $49.99.
Take me out to the Rays game. Take me out to the crowd. Give me some seats on the first baseline. Me and my friends will have a great time. 1, 2, 3. Strikes are out and a home.
Get your hands on a Rays Summer Select 6-pack starting at just $42. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or visit devilrays.com today. Rays baseball, more than just a game.
Johnson under center. Drops back, hands it off to Taylor. Left side, inside the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my.
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
We go to the 8th inning. Toronto leading the Rays 4-2. Blue Jays will have the middle of the order. Troy Glass, Vernon Wells, and then Frank Thomas coming up in the 8th. Wheeler back to the hill in relief of Sodenstein. Glass drove in a run with a base hit back in the first. He is 1 for 3. A wave and a miss on the fastball, strike 1. Sodenstein pitched 6 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. So he got the Rays deep into another game in this his 11th start. Over but low. 1-1. Lost with 15 home runs on the year. He's driven in 49 runs now. He lays off the breaking ball. 2-1.
Wheeler really got over that one. That had a lot of break on it.
And the pitch popped into short center. Upton coming in, and he's there to make the catch. Harris out there as well, and there was just a moment of indecision, but Upton kept coming and made the grab.
Well, Brendan Harris, you know, does not want to see it happen again. What happened in Baltimore, where there was a little mix-up in communication and a ball drop between he and Carl Crawford, so he is continuing to go out in the outfield, and I think B.J. Upton called him off.
One away, here's Vernon Wells. Wells pops it up. Short left, Zobrist out. Gomes in, and Gomes is there to make the catch. So 2 outs here in the 8th. 2 up, 2 down.
Long running catch for Johnny Gomes. Doing it the Seike Kid style. Willie Mays, basket catch.
Intersecting Upton and Zobrist there. Here's Frank Thomas now. The pitch just a little bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Thomas twice has popped to Harris at second, popped to Zobrist at short the other time. Takes a big cut at the fastball. The count is 1-1.
Big time hack.
Low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Ball game in the 8th. This one stayed in a bit. 3-1. Aaron Hill is on deck.
Rays can't afford to allow the Blue Jays to do any more scoring.
3-1 the count to Frank Thomas. And a wave and a miss. He's doing the fastball, and the count goes to 3-2. Now the pitch, and a foul into the top of the screen. We'll do it again on 3-2. I mentioned earlier, Thomas just 1 home run behind Eddie Murray for the 20th spot on the all-time home run list. See Fossum throwing in the bullpen. 3-2 again. And a ground ball to short. Zobrist has it. Throw to first on the money, and that retires the side. It's a 1-2-3-8. Ball game moves into the bottom half of the inning. 4-2 Toronto.
Circuit City's the best place for exclusive giveaways with the hottest new movies. This Tuesday, get a free set of 4 collectible cards. Available only at Circuit City when you pick up 300 for just $13.99. Starting Tuesday, only at Circuit City.
Grouper. Woo! Man, is that beautiful. Ah, Ralph. No wonder you were grunting. That thing's as big as me.
Moving is so much of who we are. It's easy to take it for granted. Multiple sclerosis stops people from moving. We exist to make sure it doesn't. Join the movement, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, at nationalmssociety.org.
Tonight on the FSN Final Score, presented by DirecTV. The Phillies are in Chicago, where Cole Hamels will try to slow down Alfonso Soriano and the red-hot Cubs. Meanwhile, out west, Ichiro and the Mariners welcome the division-leading Angels into Safeco for the first of a 3-game set. And a look back at all the spectacular, action-packed moments from this past weekend. All that and more coming up tonight on the FSN Final Score.
Rays baseball on FSN Florida is brought to you by Hess Express. Hess, food that's fresh, food that's fast. And by Bill Curry Ford, lowest price, period. Rays coming to head in the bottom of the 8th inning. They're down by a couple. It's a 4-2 game, and they'll have the top of the order. Akinori Iwamura to lead it off. Aki's been on twice again tonight with a double and a walk. Officially 1 for 2. Scott Downs worked the 7th, opens the 8th, and the pitch to Aki is a strike.
See if Aki can get it started. Downs really pitched well last inning. Of course, Aki's number is always good against left-handed pitchers.
They've been the best in the big leagues.
And leading off an inning.
This one is down. A ball and a strike. He started to go, but he checked. Boy, he did everything he could to keep from swinging at that pitch.
Looks like he went into a little shuffle with his feet to try to stay ahead of his bat.
Well, John Gibbons has just been ejected by Tim Welke. He thought Iwamura had gone around, and he put up such an argument there that Welke ejected him, and Gibbons came out of the dugout. He jumped over the railing of the dugout.
Yeah, it was a little looked like a rodeo clown getting out of the ring. I think he was accusing Tim Welke of not watching, because he said he was watching.
He took offense, and you're gone.
Now, the best part was the rodeo clown act right there. And he did that with ease. Right over the hitching post.
So Gibbons has been ejected by Tim Welke. Counts 2-1 on Akinori. He pops it up, foul ball, third base side, and Zahn's over there from back of the plate to make the catch. Iwamura is out number 1 here in the 8th. Visit DoubleRace.com to bid on game-worn St. Petersburg Saints and 1955 Dodgers replica jerseys from Turn Back the Clock night. Don't miss the opportunity to bid on Hall of Famer Duke Snider's autograph replica jersey. Proceeds benefit the Rays Baseball Foundation and the H. Lee Moffitt Cancer Center. Well, the Blue Jays will make a pitching change with Downs getting the left-handed hitting Iwamura. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, you work for Alltel, right?
Yeah, Chad.
I've been making a lot of calls lately, and I want to change my plan, but my wireless company makes me extend my contract.
At Alltel, you can change your plan at any time without extending your contract.
Thinking about leaving us?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if you ever want to see Fluffy again.
But that's not my dog.
Fluffy? Abort! Hey!
Take the challenge and join America's largest network. Switch today risk-free.
Someone's about to lose their Selling Miller highlight privileges. Can I borrow that for a second?
hamburger, $11.50. Are you for real? Step aside, mon ami. Pardon moi. Excuse us. See, this beer is about helping people live the high life. It's a good, honest beer at a tasty price. Mess with the high life, and the high life will mess with you. $11.50 for a hamburger. Y'all must be crazy.
One morning you wake up and there it is, gray hair. And you wonder, will people see me for who I really am? How do you break out of that?
Just for Men stops gray from hiding who you are. Easy, with 5-minute Target Gray technology.
Today's a whole new ball game. And then you wonder, why did I ever put up with gray hair?
Let the real you come through. Stay in the game with Just for Men.
Casey Jansen's going to be the new pitcher here in the 8th inning with the bases empty and 1 out. At .225 earned on average. This is his 48th appearance. His record 2-2.
He's done a nice job in this role. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, the Blue Jays lost their closer to Tommy John surgery, B.J. Ryan.
A strike to Harris. And Harris fouls it back and out of play. 0-2. They finally just come up with an estimated distance of the Gomes home run in the 5th. And it hit right there off the facing of the party deck. They're calling it 465 feet, which would be the 7th longest hit here.
And as hard as Johnny swings, no surprise. He swings with such violence like he's trying to hit it 500 feet.
1-2 the count on Brendan Harris as he tries to work his way aboard somehow. Pitch is down. It's a 2-2 count. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a line drive, but right to the shortstop, McDonald. Well, Harris hit the ball right on the button, hit it hard, but right at the shortstop.
It's been that kind of night for the Rays. A lot of good defensive plays by the Blue Jays. McDonald's made a lot of them. Of course, Overbay has helped out McDonald over at first. He's kind of smiling that that line drive caught him. Brendan hit it so hard.
And there's B.J. Upton. B.J. takes the pitch for a strike. He was retired back in the 1st on a very good defensive play by the second baseman Hill. Blue Jays have made a couple very good defensive plays in this game. In fact, Hill's made a couple and McDonald has made a couple. Second and short, respectively. 1-1 the count. Did he go on the appeal to first? Cedarstrom says no. It's 2-1. There's a shot back into deep left. That's going to get out of here. Home run for B.J. Upton. Upton's 14th home run of the year, and now it's a 1-run ball game. B.J. Upton connects.
Well, Joe Madden has talked about how the ball sounds different coming off the bat, the lively bat of B.J. Upton. Let's listen to it in real speed. Wow. He's got that pull swing going. Yesterday, today,
Harper trail. The Rays' second home run of the night. Now it's a 4-3 ball game. And here's Carlos Pena. He takes one too high. A ball and no strikes. Now Reyes now busy in the bullpen. With a strike, a fastball. It's 1-1. Cardo throwing in the bullpen down the left field line for the Blue Jays. It's low to Pena. It's 2-1 right now. Three. That pitch was down. 3 balls, 1 strike. With 2 outs, Upton hit a 2-1 pitch out. Now it's 3-1 to Carlos Pena. He hits a popper into short left. That's got a chance to drop, but it's going to be caught. Johnson makes a sliding grab and hangs on, coming in from left to retire the side. Rays get a run on the home run by Upton. We are at the end of 8 with the score 4-3 Toronto.
Hey, Mr. Opportunity here, and you know what that means. So if you fancy yourself behind the wheel of a stylish new Civic, now's the time to strike. Because the proverbial iron is, how shall I put this, hot. So come on, whether it's the sporty SI Coupe or the very fuel-efficient Civic Hybrid, this is your chance for a really sweet deal.
We love you, Mr. O.
Looks like I've got a fan club. The 2007 Honda Clearance. I'm Mr. Opportunity, I'm back, and I'm knocking.
Jeter singles to start the 8th.
Go ahead, take it. Here's the thing. That Schmendrick, he keeps looking over here. On that one, he's got a gun. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Ah, steal it. It's a beautiful thing.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza. With the works. For Mikey, it's burgers. Give me a double. And Tom's our wingman. Hot and spicy. I love subs. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven. Hot and spicy wings. Custom-made Blimpie subs. And all-American burgers, fries, and franks.
Spice things up with our Godfather's Buffalo Chicken Pizza and Blimpie Buffalo Chicken Ciabatta in the Hess Express food court.
So who's buying tomorrow?
Step into the cage for Rays baseball on FSN Florida. Carl Crawford leads the Rays against Vernon Wells and the Blue Jays. Blue Jays Rays Wednesday at 3 on FSN Florida.
On B.J. Upton's home run, the Rays have narrowed the gap to 1. It's 4-3. Rays winners yesterday thanks to that guy, Gary Glover, our Geico quote. Reaching down, trying to get every little bit left out of that body. Important for the team to get a W, and Gary Glover got the win to run his record to 4-3, and the Rays won 5-2. That was a gutsy pitching performance by Gary Glover yesterday.
Yes, it was, and it was really a lot of fun to watch him just really battle through that. Didn't have a lot of pitches left in that arm, but he really finished it off in great competitive style.
Casey Fossum, after missing on the first pitch, throws a strike to Hill. It's 1-1. 50 pitches for Glover, 2 1/3. The Rays came away with a win. That's a strike. It's now 1-2.
Rays would really like to see Casey Fossum turn the corner. It's been a struggle.
1-2, fouled. Hill leading it off, then Zahn, the switch hitting catcher, will be next, followed by John McDonald. And Grant Balfour is throwing in the bullpen for the Rays. Strike, 3 call. Hill out of there. So Fossum picks up the strikeout.
Dotting the I, crossing the T, right on the inside corner. Thank you very much.
Well, that's a good start for Fossum here to get Hill. Here's Greg Zahn. Zahn has doubled and walked, rounded into a double play his first time. One ball, no strikes. Two and 0. Same spot, down and in, and he's behind Zahn, 3 and 0. Strike call. 3 and 1. Line down toward the bullpen. Run the count all the way out to 3 and 2.
Danger Will Robinson.
Here we go, 3-2. And a foul ball off his foot. Ball rolling all the way down to Aki as Zahn picks himself up.
He'll walk it off pretty quickly. Like most catchers, they're used to the pain of getting hit.
And Navarro is a courtesy among catchers. Navarro walks to the mound and takes a slow walk back toward the plate.
I think in a one-run ball game, I wouldn't be so quick to do that for the other team.
Well, Zahn's having a difficult time shaking this one off. Count 3-2 to Zahn. And there is ball 4. So Fossum walks it. Zahn heads to first, walking for the second time in this game.
Shortstop, number 6, John McDonald.
John McDonald will be the hitter. McDonald has struck out, sacrificed, and singled. .277. He's always been an impressive infielder. He's made a couple very nice plays tonight. His trouble when he was with Cleveland was hitting, but he's managed to hold his own at the plate down at the end of the order. Has that average up to .277. Now Joe Madden comes out of the Rays dugout with the runner at first and 1 out. He has Balfour in the bullpen. And he's going to make a move. So Fossum works third of an inning, and we'll be back in a moment.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza.
With the works.
For Mikey, it's burgers.
Give me a double.
And Tom's our wingman.
Hot and spicy.
I love subs. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven, hot and spicy wings, custom-made Blimpie subs, and all-American burgers, fries, and franks.
Spice things up with our Godfather's Buffalo Chicken Pizza and Blimpie Buffalo Chicken Ciabatta in the Hess Express food court.
So who's buying tomorrow?
There's never been a better time to buy a pre-owned car or truck from Bill Curry Ford, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer. Every vehicle has the Bill Curry low sell price right on the windshield. Over 300 vehicles to choose from, Ford Expeditions, pickup trucks, Ford Focus, and hundreds more to choose from the lowest price in Florida. Guaranteed. Bad credit? No problem. Want a lower payment? No problem. Want out of your old car? No problem. Bill Curry Ford, 1 mile north of Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
Joe Madden makes a pitching change with a runner at first and 1 out here in the 9th inning. His 4th pitcher of the night, Grant Balfour. Balfour, Saturday against the Red Sox, pitched 2 innings, made 40 pitches. That was his Rays debut. 29-year-old right-hander. Rays got him Friday in a deal with Milwaukee in exchange for Seth McClung.
And he looked good his last time out. Was on the attack, very aggressive, showed a good fastball and a tight slider.
So he faces John McDonald. It's a 1-run ball game, and the Rays are trying to keep it that way. First pitch is in there for a strike. Balfour was all business when he was in the game against the Red Sox. Wave and a miss. He throws a fastball by McDonald.
Good heater there.
Strikes the count. And he strikes him out.
That was impressive.
Yes, it was. He was impressive the other night. Comes in to take care of McDonald here in the 9th inning.
And what was impressive about that outing and this one is he was on the tack coming right after the hitters. McDonald, no chance.
Two outs. Here's the top of the order, Reed Johnson. Johnson got a base hit. Roller through the infield in the 7th inning that scored a run. Now he bunts, and it's a fair ball. Navarro out to make the play. Down to Pena, and that retires the side. No runs, a walk, and a man left. We're headed into the bottom of the 9th inning. Rays need 1 to keep it going, 2 to win it.
There's never been a better time to buy a pre-owned car or truck from Bill Curry Ford, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer. Every vehicle has the Bill Curry low sell price right on the windshield. Over 300 vehicles to choose from, Ford Expeditions, pickup trucks, Ford Focus, and hundreds more to choose from the lowest price in Florida. Guaranteed. Bad credit? No problem. Want a lower payment? No problem. Want out of your old car? No problem. Bill Curry Ford, 1 mile north of Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer.
What is up, Chad? Get in the van.
All right, listen up, bro. My circle's gotta go.
Why? Being able to choose the people you call for free no matter what network they're on is great. Now we can all be friends.
We don't need more friends, so knock it off.
Okay?
Yeah, we'll have to do stuff.
Like what?
We're gonna beat you with a tube sock full of wood screws. What? My dad's a carpenter.
Take the challenge and enjoy free calling with My Circle. Switch today and get this new ultra-thin wafer, only $49.99.
Circuit City's the best place for exclusive giveaways with the hottest new movies. This Tuesday, get a free set of 4 collectible cards. Available only at Circuit City when you pick up 300 for just $13.99. Starting Tuesday, only at Circuit City.
Grouper. Woo! Man, is that beautiful. Ah, Ralph. No wonder you were grunting. That thing's as big as me.
We head to the bottom of the ninth. Rays trailing by 1 on this date in Rays history 2 years ago today. Johnny Gomes unloaded not once, not twice, but 3 times against the Kansas City Royals, becoming the first and only Devil Rays player ever to hit 3 home runs in a single game. Let's see if July 30th, 07 can be just as good for Gomes. Back to Dwayne and Joe.
All right, Todd. Gomes has already hit a home run that traveled 465 feet tonight. He's due to hit second in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Rays will have Delvin Young, Johnny Gomes, and then Greg Norton scheduled to hit. The Blue Jays lead it 4-3, and they bring on Jeremy Accardo, making his 42nd appearance, 17 of 20 in the save department, with a record of 2-3.
Accardo with the sinker, the slider, and the split finger.
The pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball to start Young. Fastball healthy, around 94. And a foul. That'll play up the right side.
And that'll be a reminder to Delman to speed it up just a bit. Get it started.
Down, and Delman takes it for ball 2.
He loves those pitches low and out over the plate.
Delman with 2 at-bats against Accardo. He's 1 out of 2 against him. The 2-1 pitch. And a foul at the feet of the catcher Zahn. 2-2.
Delman's so good at just dropping the barrel on those low pitches. Doesn't matter what it is.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. He's out on strikes on the fastball. So Accardo strikes out the first man he faces. There's Johnny Gomes.
Give Accardo credit. That fastball had a lot of commitment behind it.
Well, Gomes has never faced Accardo. Lays off that pitch down and away. McGowan started, Downs, Jansen, and now Accardo. Foul. It's 1-1. Gomes fouled the fastball.
And that monster shot that Johnny hit on that middle-in fastball, he was so compact and so quick to the ball. Not a lot of moving parts on that swing. Just flashed right through the zone.
This one is outside. 2-1. Accardo, 25 years old. has seized this opportunity to close games with the Blue Jays. Now it's outside. 3 balls and a strike.
Now for Johnny, look middle in, 3-1. See if you can make that same swing that you did earlier in the game. Wait and be quick.
3-1 pitch about to be made. And it's ball 4, too low. Pardo's fastball down. So the Rays have that base runner. Greg Norton's going to be the hitter. The Rays will get a runner. Carl Crawford, been out of the starting lineup with that bad wrist, will now run for Gomes as the Rays are down to their final 2 outs, down by 1 run.
Greg Norton, a good fastball hitter. Good power to the left center field gap.
Well, Crawford with that great speed, and frankly the Blue Jays have not thrown out a lot of runners this year. They've had 90 bases stolen against them. They've only thrown out 13 runners all year.
Yeah, I think you have to take a shot to try to steal.
First pitch, Norton takes it, and that's down. 1 ball, no strikes.
Might be waiting until Norton gets to 2 strikes. But now that's an important pitch about falling behind, because that kind of takes the pitch out of the equation.
Now the 1-0. That's a strike.
Carl pretty stable over there at first base, looking like he didn't have any inclination about running. A little flat-footed there, like he was just taking a normal lead. Got to figure that Accardo is going to be pitching away, taking his chances away. Hopefully that is right into Norton's swing.
There goes Crawford, the 1-1, a wave and a miss, and the throw not in time. Crawford steals second base. So the Rays take advantage of that opportunity, and now Crawford is in scoring position.
2 shots to tie. Carl not flat-footed that time. Out of the blocks. Zahn pulled his throw.
Carl leading the league in steals. That's his 33rd. Now a 1-2 count to Norton. And he bounces 1 foul.
Carl had a blowout sliding into second, kind of limping like he got a bit of a raspberry. Tore those pants.
Now the pitch again. Norton swings, that's a fly ball into right. Back goes Rios at the track to make the catch. And Crawford goes over to third. Crawford's at third with 2 outs.
Your attention. Pinch hitting for the
Now the Rays will call upon Josh Wilson to pinch hit for Deoner Navarro. Grant Arnsberg heads to the mound. So the Rays with Crawford at third and 2 outs, and it's a full-scale meeting on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. Rays have trailed since the first, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, and now 4-3. And the potential tying runs at third. Barksdale goes out to the mound to try to break up this cadre of Blue Jays.
And they swarmed off.
They're an aggressive bird, however.
Yep.
Well, there's Josh Wilson. He's hitting for Navarro. Ricardo set to go to work. Wilson up the middle and a base hit into center field. This game is tied. Crawford crosses the plate on the first pitch. Wilson comes through, and finally the Rays are all even with Toronto tonight. Down to their final out, and the Rays with a pinch hit single from Josh Wilson tie this game 4-4.
Well, not waiting around. Beautiful job of staying inside it. Ricardo with the only chance.
So the Rays push across a run in the ninth. Here's Josh Paul hitting for Zobrist. The pitch is inside. A ball and no strikes.
Wilson will stay in the game and play either short or second. And Paul will catch. Hopefully that's not necessary.
Paul hitting .241 for the year, just back off the disabled list. Wilson is back in at first base. The pitch swung on, fly ball into right center field. Reyes on the run, though, tracks it down, and that retires the side. Rays come up with a run to tie in the bottom of the ninth. Josh Wilson's pinch hit single got the job done. We'll go into extra innings, tied 4-4.
If you want to make your hard-earned dollar go a whole lot farther, get ready. Advance Auto Parts has the low prices guaranteed to save you money. Get ready to get the best price possible on all the parts and accessories you need with our ready-to-go low price guarantee. Nobody can beat our prices on just about anything for your car. So when you want to get more for your money while getting more out of your car, get to Advance Auto Parts for our everyday ready-to-go low price guarantee.
Ready in advance.
I am your idea. Color me. Get me noticed. Make me shout. And stand out. Give me Rico color that always works. I am your idea. Make me brighter. Make me shine. I am your idea. Get me in there. Make it happen. In flying colors. It's you and me, and here we go. With Rico.
There's never been a better time to buy a pre-owned car or truck from Bill Curry Ford, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer. Every vehicle has the Bill Curry low sell price right on the windshield. Over 300 vehicles to choose from, Ford Expeditions, pickup trucks, Ford Focus, and hundreds more to choose from the lowest price in Florida. Guaranteed. Bad credit? No problem. Want a lower payment? No problem. Want out of your old car? No problem. Bill Curry Ford, 1 mile north of Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay's only lowest price guaranteed dealer.
What do you think of Mike Wallace and the Geico Chevrolet?
Whatever. He's out there selling car insurance. I'm out there to win.
Isn't he your cousin?
I didn't say I wouldn't go fishing with the man. All I'm saying is, he comes near me, I'll put him in the wall.
But you don't race in the Busch Series.
Listen, go-kart track, grocery store, those remote-controlled boats. When it comes to Mike Wallace, the story ends with me putting him in the wall.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Rays baseball on FSN Florida. Brought to you by Gatorade. Gatorade, it's in the MLB. Is it in you? Rays go into extra innings tonight. Al Reyes comes on to pitch. It's a 4-4 ball game. And the Rays have a little different defensive look as well behind Reyes. Now on for the 39th time, 1-1. Earned run average of 4.5. While Overbay leads it off, and the first pitch is in there for a strike.
Well, Reyes threw a lot of pitches. As you look at Carl Crawford in left, he threw a lot of pitches on Saturday. That second day is usually the day when you're the most sore.
He made 44 pitches in the 2 innings he worked against the Red Sox. Comes back with a strike, and the count is 0-2. Crawford's in left. Wilson now at shortstop. And Josh Paul behind the plate.
Well, this is the Rays' best defensive lineup all the way around.
Yes, it is. 1-2 the count right now. So if you're going to go into extra innings and you want good defense out there, the Rays have it right now.
That really has been the difference in the game for the Blue Jays. They have had outstanding defense tonight.
Yeah, they made plays on the infield, 2 by McDonald and 2 by their second baseman Hill, that have kept them in this game. Kept them ahead until Wilson's pitch and single. Oh, there's another pitch that didn't miss by much. We've seen tonight that Barksdale is not inclined to give the close pitch in favor of the pitcher.
He is not looking for strikes. Quest Tech Ballpark.
3-2 the count. And a base hit into center. Upton over tries to backhand it to cut it off and bobbles it. Overbay was headed for second, and he'll make it standing. That's going to be a double for Overbay. So a leadoff 2-base hit. And now Reyes is going to have to deal with the dangerous part of this lineup.
This ball more towards the gap. And Overbay was going all the way, so whether you get the bobble or not, he was going to be standing on second base anyway.
19th double of the year for Overbay. Now Alex Rios. Rios has tripled and doubled twice, has gone out to left on a fly ball. He's the top RBI man in the Blue Jays lineup. Pitch is up. 1-0. Sonnenstein, Wheeler, Fossum, Balfour, and now Reyes. A high fly ball into right. It's Delman Young making the catch, and there will be no attempt to advance. So Overbay remains at second base.
He was not going to take a chance on the arm of Delman Young, and thinking that Blue Jays having 2 more shots to drive in a run.
Here's Troy Gloss. He lined a single into left in the first to drive in a run. 1 for 4. Wave and a miss, strike 1.
Just 87 miles an hour, but with a lot of will behind it, a lot of willpower. He makes pitches.
Wave and a miss. Strike 2.
Yeah, 2 pitches. Pedestrian by velocity, but thrown by Troy Gloss.
187, the other 88.
Let's see if he's got an 89 in him. That'd be good enough.
Reyes all set. The 0-2 upstairs. He did have an 89 in him. But he couldn't get Gloss to chase that one. So it's a 1-2 count. Blue Jays 5-5 at extra inning games. The Rays are 4-3. The 1-2 and a foul ball, a fastball again. Count remains a ball, 2 strikes to Troy Glass. Rays will have the top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 10th. Overbay is open with a double. He's at second with 1 away. While stepping back, getting time from Barksdale. Now the 1-2. Inside, he stayed with another fastball. And it's a 2-2 count. Well, Barksdale's going to make sure he forces you to throw the ball over the plate.
Not a guy any pitcher would want to throw to.
He's been that way from the very first inning tonight all the way to the 10th. The 2-2 pitch. Way wide, and it gets away. Overbay is going to go to third.
Oh, that's a big advancement there by the Jays.
Wild pitch charged to Reyes.
Unlike Al Reyes to miss that far. His control normally pinpoint, tries to sweep that slider off the plate, and it was well off the plate, almost out of the left-handed batter's box.
And what that does, it pulls the infield in, which gives the Blue Jays and Glass a percentage advantage here in terms of trying to get the ball through the infield. The Rays forced to draw it in to try to cut down any play at the plate.
Let's see if he can finish Glass the way that he started him, with a good up and in fastball. Go for that strikeout.
Here it is. Strike 3 call. Glass caught looking at the fastball. Glass maybe lulled into a sense of security by those close pitches that were called balls, and that one's a strike.
Certainly making that slider that went to the backstop look like a great setup pitch, although it wasn't. Way away and then just threading the needle.
Well, what a pinpoint pitch that was for Reyes.
That's the Al Reyes.
2 outs, a man at third. Now it's Vernon Wells, another tough hitter. The pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Rays have Juan Salas starting to loosen in the bullpen. The pitch is down. 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0, here it is. Wave and a miss. 2 balls and a strike.
Another off-speed pitch.
Al Reyes, the 5th Rays pitcher. Frank Thomas looming on deck. Now the 2-1. That's a strike, boy. He put a little something extra on that fastball to take the count to 2-2.
Better than anyone he's thrown. And those competitors tend to find a little extra with a guy on third.
Two and two the count. To Vernon Wells on 2-2. Here it is. And a high fly ball. Right center. Delman Young making the call. He's got it to retire the side. No runs. A hit. A man left at third. Bottom of the 10th coming. Top of the order coming up. Tied 4-4.
At the Gatorade Sports Science Institute, we test athletes in the lab. Because we know they'll be tested on the field. Gatorade, the most tested sports drink on the planet.
That's just fantastic. Thank you so much for the great deal. I appreciate it. I really do. You know what this calls for?
What?
Victory lap!
How does that work?
Just like this, Hot
Deals so big, you'll get excited about them too. Now get $3,500 cash back or 0% financing for 60 months on a new 07 Tundra.
One morning you wake up and there it is, gray hair. And you wonder, will people see me for who I really am? How do you break out of that?
Just for Men stops gray from hiding who you are. Easy, with 5-minute Target Gray technology.
Today's a whole new ball game. And then you wonder, why did I ever put up with gray hair?
Let the real you come through. Stay in the game with Just for Men.
In the bottom of the 10th inning, the Rays tied 4-4, and boy, some great pitches thrown by Al Reyes in the top of this inning after that leadoff double.
Well, of course it was impressive, but the neat thing is you've just seen that all year out of Al with runners on base. He just pulls it together and just makes pitches.
Leading off this inning for your Devil Rays, your third baseman, number 1.
Well, we go to the home half of the 10th. Brian Wolf is the new pitcher. Blue Jays bring on their 5th pitcher, making his 15th appearance. He's 2-0 with a .220 earned run average. Boy, this Blue Jay pitching staff has pitched so well lately. All of these numbers they run in from the bullpen are very good. Here's Akinori to lead it off. The pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes.
Wolf with the fastball curve slider and the splitter.
And a line drive base hit into right field for Aki. Leadoff man on for the Rays. There's a start. Aki continues to swing a hot bat.
Well, watch his eyes light up on a pitch out over the plate, just really quick through the zone. And his Japanese faithful love it.
Well, here's Brendan Harris.
Brendan good at handling the bat. Might be a move over to first to see if Brendan shows his hand early.
And the pitch taken high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Harris hit the ball right on the button his last time when he lined to the shortstop. Took a long look at Foley that time. No signs of bunting on that first pitch.
You know, looking at the defensive alignment, if he's thinking about push bunting, just getting it by the pitcher, he can win that foot race with the first baseman to first.
Oh, he chased that pitch. That had some movement on it, and it's 1-1. Talent, the lefty. League, the right-hander, throwing in the bullpen. Meanwhile, Brian Wolf in the game, 26-year-old right-hander. And a ground ball chopped to second. Hill will touch the bag at second and throw to first, not in time, and the Rays just avoid the double play. Iwamura forced at second.
Hopefully BJ still has the hot hand.
One away with Harris at first on the fielder's choice.
Just a little too much chop for the Blue Jays to get it turned.
Well, B.J. Upton hit one out in the 8th inning for the 3rd run of the night for the Rays. Their 2nd home run of this game.
I'll just take a gapper now.
Harris in at first. Time call. Upton stepping out. 4-4 ball game, bottom of the 10th. And Upton, a ground ball headed toward the middle. McDonald will make the play to first out there. And Harris moves into second base. So Upton, with that ground ball, advances a runner. 2 gone. And Carlos Pena will be the hitter.
Your first baseman.
Well, at least they get a shot. Might be walking Pena to face Young.
And it's
either or
choice because Pena is the left-handed hitter, the top RBI guy for the Rays, and behind him Delman Young,
most hits,
who's been among the top 10 in the league with runners in scoring position. So we'll see what the Blue Jays decide to do here with Pena.
Gonna walk him.
Yep, an intentional walk coming here to Pena.
Well, it's time for Delman to make it hurt. He struck out last time up.
Delman 0 for 3 tonight. He was victimized back in the 4th when the shortstop McDonald ranged into the hole between short and third and made the play on him. So there's ball 4 to Pena. An intentional pass, runners first and second, 2 outs.
Yeah, the only thing you hope here is that Delman's not over anxious. Not too many pitches that are not to his liking.
364 this time in with men in scoring position. Got one out there at second base and Harris right now. And a wave and a miss. Strike 1.
Tough pitch to do anything with. That was a tight hook.
This one down and away. Same pitch. This time he laid off. It's 1-1.
He's liable to see it even again.
One the count. Ball 2 inside. Fastball that time. Harris, who reached on the fielder's choice, is at second. They walk Pena intentionally. Here's the 2-1 to Delman. And a ground ball headed up the middle. That's going to slip through. Here comes Harris trying to score. The throw to the plate, and he is out at the plate. Ball got through the dirt part of the infield, but boy, that Blue Jay infield has played heads-up baseball tonight. So that'll be a base hit for Delman Young. And Harris is cut down at the plate, ending the bottom half of the 10th, tied 4-4.
Someone's about to lose their Selling Miller highlight privileges. Can I borrow that for a second? The hamburger, $11.50. Are you for real? Step aside, mon ami. Pardon moi. Excuse us. See, this beer is about helping people live the high life. It's a good, honest beer at a tasty price. Mess with the high life, and the high life will mess with you. $11.50 for a hamburger. Y'all must be crazy.
I work with a great bunch of guys. The only thing we disagree on, what to eat. Jake loves pizza.
With the works.
For Mikey, it's burgers.
Give me a double.
And Tom's our wingman.
Hot and spicy.
I love subs. Where do we go? Hess Express. They've got it all. Godfather's Pizza, fresh from the oven. Hot and spicy wings. Custom-made Blimpie subs. And all-American burgers, fries, and franks.
Spice things up with our Godfather's Buffalo Chicken Pizza and Blimpie Buffalo Chicken Ciabatta in the Hess Express food court.
Johnson under center. Drops back, hands it off to Taylor. Left side, inside the end zone. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my.
Catch Gridiron Greats. This week, the 88 Tigers take on the Florida Gators.
Brandon Harris cut down at the plate to end the 10th inning as John McDonald came up with that ball as it skipped through the infield, and he made the play.
Well, that's what infielders tell each other with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position to knock everything down. And he kept that from going into the outfield, and that was the difference. He went way out there and made just an accurate strike throw to Zahn.
He has been the defensive standout in this game. Frank Thomas facing Scott Doman. That pitch is outside, and the count is 1-1. Thomas, Hill, and Zahn due up in the 11th inning for Toronto. Each team with 8 hits, 4 runs. No errors tonight. Each team has left 7 men. Over but low. 2 balls and a strike. 7th appearance for Scott Doman. No wins and no losses. And there's ball 3. 3-1. Doman was in the game yesterday for 2/3 of an inning. Now the 3-1. And ball 4, he walks Frank Thomas to lead off the 11th. So with a runner at first, let's check in with Todd Callis. Todd?
Dwayne, another reason for the aggressiveness of Tom Foley. Carl Crawford took extra hitting today with a couple of other guys and still felt a little discomfort. Crawford was in the on-deck circle, still not swinging it well, so Foley figured he would take a shot there. We'll see how CC swings it the next inning, but he's still not quite 100%. Back to you.
Yeah, the general feeling was that Carl not in the lineup tonight because of the inability to swing the bat as comfortably as he would like. Although Joe Madden expected him to play tomorrow in the middle game of this series. Howie Clark is going to run at first base now for Thomas. And Aaron Hill is the hitter. First pitch inside. 1-0.
Command the issue for Doman. Plenty of velocity.
Rays are going to get Juan Salas up again in the bullpen. One and 0 the count. And a line drive base hit into left. Hill is aboard. Big turn at second by Clark, but he hangs on there. And the Blue Jays put the first 2 men on base. Runners first and second, no outs. Greg Zahn will be the hitter. Jim Hickey heads to the mound. So the Blue Jays, who had a threat in the 10th inning with that leadoff double, now have another threat in the 11th on the walk and the single. Nobody out with men at first and second. Greg Zahn will be the hitter.
Catcher, number 9, Greg Zahn.
He's hitting .236 for the year, but has been on base 3 times in this game. Doubled in the 5th, since has walked twice. Zahn takes that pitch. He was around to bunt.
Well, there also is the notion that given 3 outs, take your chances swinging to try to drive in a run.
The 0-1 pitch, and Zahn bunts it. Third base side, Iwamura picks it up, and the throw to first to Harris covering. So Clark moves into third. Hill advances to second, as Zahn sacrifices both runners over.
So going with the 2 chances to get 1 run in from 90 feet. 90 feet away.
And Matt Stairs will pinch hit for John McDonald. So McDonald, who had a base hit in the 7th inning, lifted for the pinch hitter. And the Rays will walk Stairs. This will load the bases for the top of the order, Reed Johnson. There are all kinds of things that you have to think about now with Johnson, including the way he'll stand right on top of the plate and get hit by pitches. So the intentional walk will load him with 1 out. Stairs goes to first. And Reed Johnson, who is 1 for 5 tonight with a base hit in the 7th inning, will hit. Royce Clayton will pinch run for Stairs. He'll stay on to play shortstop when we swing into the bottom of the 11th.
Those pitches a little off the plate inside. Hopefully Barksdale is making sure that Reed Johnson is taking some type of evasive action.
So they're loaded with 1 away. And Johnson takes a strike.
Much from the center field camera when Johnson starts open and then he closes off his stance. It's almost in front of the plate. He comes all the way over here.
0-1 to count. This one off the plate. It's 1-1. "73 times in his career he's been hit by a pitch."
That's a lot.
1-1 to count. And a liner, that's going to be So the count's a ball, 2 strikes. Dolman ahead of Johnson. And he pops him up, foul ball, and it's going to be back and out of play. That might have been catchable had we gotten the net.
Yeah, I think so. You have to run through over a couple monitors to get a hold of it.
Count, a ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball out of play. Holding the count at 1-2. Johnson with a run batted in. Rios has one. Gloss and Wells each one. The Rays scored a run on a wild pitch. Upton hit a home run. Gomes hit a home run. Wilson had the pinch hit single that tied the game in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded for Toronto, 1 out in the 11th. One, 2 the count. And the pitch down, a fastball. Count goes to 2-2.
Well, you certainly don't want to go 3-2.
Now, here it is, and he got him. He struck him out. He threw a fastball by him. Out number 2.
Good time to reach back for a little extra. 94, smoke.
2 outs here in the 11th inning. Bases loaded, and the hitter is Lyle Overbay. He has walked 3 times tonight. He doubled to open the 10th. The only time the Rays retired him was in the 3rd on a fly ball to left. And the pitch is a strike. Dolman starts him with a firm fastball. Pitch, swing, and a fly ball short left. Crawford's there to make the catch, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. Jays leave him loaded. Bottom of the 11th inning coming, tied 4-4.
I love this cookie dough blast.
Remember when we were younger and you'd eat a whole bowl of cookie dough after a bad date?
But I was younger, you know, I could eat whatever I wanted. I can't do that now.
So you're down to what, half a bowl?
Yeah, sometimes 2.
2 halves?
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole bowl.
Cookie Dough Blast, now at Sonic. This summer, give in to indulgence with the Sonic Cookie Dough Blast, a creamy frozen treat loaded with cookie dough goodness. And now Sonic is open till midnight or later, and it's even sweeter after dark.
Moving is so much of who we are. It's easy to take it for granted. Multiple sclerosis stops people from moving. We exist to make sure it doesn't. Join the movement, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, at nationalmssociety.org.
Start your Saturday mornings with the Toyota Tundra Outdoors on FSN Florida. At 8:30, Southwest Florida Outdoors features the how-to for fishing in Southwest Florida. At 9, Real Adventures takes an in-depth look at saltwater fishing. At 9:30, World of Adventure takes you in search of trophy hunting and fishing. And at 10, wrap up your morning with the excitement and challenges of the North American hunter. All this on the Toyota Tundra Outdoors, Saturday mornings on FSN Florida.
We go to the home half of the 11th. The Rays tied with Toronto. It's a 4-4 ball game. John McDonald out of the game, and boy, the Rays are happy about that. He victimized Delman Young in the 4th inning. Greg Norton again. And then Young hit this ball up the middle. McDonald kept it from going all the way into the outfield and turned it into an out. It was a base hit as Harris tried to score from second and was cut down at the plate.
And that was a perfect throw.
So Royce Clayton takes over now. And Carl Crawford will open the bottom of the 11th. He shortens on the bat, takes the pitch outside.
I think that tells you how his wrist is feeling as well.
Ross playing in at third. Carl takes the pitch wide. 2 balls, no strikes. Ryan Wolf worked the 10th. The Rays threatened, but had Harris cut down at the plate. 2-0 to Crawford. And he takes a strike. 2-1. Crawford takes ball 3 wide. Now 3-1. Wolf, the 5th pitcher for the Blue Jays. The Rays have utilized 6 tonight. And the 3-1. Crawford swings and fouls it.
Well, that looks like it really hurts.
So the count full on Crawford. He's thinking now, it's hard to resist, and he's thinking now that he should have. 3-2. Crawford swings and sends a fly ball back into deep center field. Wells going back, and that ball is gone. I can't believe it. A 3-2 pitch, and Crawford with a bad wrist has hit it out. And the Rays win it 5-4 in the 11th inning. That is unbelievable. Carl Crawford has just hit a game-winning home run on a 3-2 pitch.
Well, you know, they're taking it easy on him there in the scrum, knowing that wrist has really been bothering him. And you look at the previous pitch, he took a gimpy swing, and it looked like it really hurt. The only thing you were hoping is that it was going to be ball 4. Maybe he could steal second or steal third, but my goodness, that came out of nowhere.
Unbelievable. Carl Crawford has hit the game-winning home run. Todd Callis is on the field with Carl right now.
What did you just tell me?
I just can't believe that happened. No, ain't no way that just happened.
What? I mean, 3-1, you hadn't taken a swing, and you're shaking your hand after the 3-1 pitch. What were you feeling? Was the wrist hurting?
Yeah, it was hurting because, I got to get it loose, and I didn't have a chance to get it loose. So I took a hard swing, and it really hurt. So I was just trying to get a walk right there, and I got a base hit. So take it.
So 3-2, you're thinking, unless it's right down the middle, I'm trying to take a walk. I don't want to swing again.
I did not want to swing the bat right there. So, man, I'll take that, though.
And what happened? As soon as you hit it, did the wrist start to feel a little better?
I mean, I didn't even feel it off the wrist. When you hit it good, you don't feel it. So, that was one of those times.
I know that we weren't sure what your ability was going to be to even swing today. You took extra hitting before the game. Did you still feel sore after the extra hitting?
Yeah, I felt kind of sore today. That's why I didn't play today. I was going to try to play tomorrow, and I didn't think I was going to have to hit today because it takes so long to get it warmed up. But, I didn't have no choice but to hit today.
After that home run, I think we might see you tomorrow then?
Yeah, I guess you can say that now.
CC, congratulations. Carl Crawford with the game-winning home run. He said, I can't believe what just happened, guys.
Well, I'm glad that he said that because we said the exact same thing up here. We just can't believe that he hit that home run with that bad wrist, especially after he took that cut on 3-1, and you could tell he was not feeling good then. So, our Bill Curry Ford play of the game, the home run by Carl Crawford, came on a 3-2 pitch. He had